Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you for joining. This commentary tonight is a very dicey subject matter. And I don't know what is going on with this commentary I'm about to bring, but I'm in a very pissy mood. And I decided to share. I was not going to share this story until I got all the information before going live, but I've decided to share the story anyway. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you. Let me start off by saying I was going in the message system to check on somebody else who had messaged me. And something told me to go into the area where you can see if someone had sent you messages beforehand. So I did that because I don't get notifications for those recent messages. So I went in and saw a message that had been archived from the 7th of December from a relative. And I went inside, and the boxes, there were 4 boxes, each sat on top of the other one. And it said sensitive material, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, well, what's this about? I said, well, this person, if this is my relative, a cousin, he would know not to be sending me anything derogatory. So I went on and opened up the first box. The first box is picture number 1 of himself. Picture number 2, picture number 3, all selfies. Picture number 4 is a picture of his penis. So what I'm saying to myself is, what the hell is going on here? This is a relative I have not talked to in probably over a year, 2 years. I did not talk to this person, have not dealt with this person because I feel like their behavior was erratic. The last time I talked to them, they seemed to talk in circles. I did not know if they had mental issues or under the influence of narcotics, which they had told me they did have previous drug issues a while back, years before I had came back in contact with them. So long story short, I'm trying to figure out why this person would be sending me this. My better half said, do not block the account, because in order to get to the truth of what or whom is sending you this garbage, you keep the account open. Ask to verify the person that sent it. So I called his mother tonight. I called my friend, told her about what happened, and I called the mother, and I told her, let me call the mother and talk to her, then I'll call you back to let you know what she had to say. So I called his mother. She talks around in a circle for about 30 minutes or so, telling me somebody's hacked his account. Other people had got sent these nasty pictures and other derogatory information. Somebody else had got their personal account hacked by this so-called villain. We're going to say villain. Some villain allegedly hacked into my cousin's account. So what I asked her was, well, how would they get a picture of his penis? Explain that to the queen. How would somebody get a picture of your son's penis? Because stealing his photographs is one thing, but how would they get a picture of his penis? So naturally, she's still talking around in circles and just saying, just understand his account was hacked. So that's leading me to believe that you possibly believe that the picture of his penis is his, that the villain stole. So now I'm asking you, who's the villain? You won't tell me who the villain is. I asked, is it a woman or a man? You still won't tell me. So now I'm getting suspicious that something's going on. And why aren't you trying to tell me who has hacked his account? So this is how it goes. The pictures were never sent to her and her daughter, she says, but sent to me and some other people affiliated with my cousin. Allegedly, she's acting like she don't know if she's friends with her own son through a social media platform, which makes no sense. I said, well, I'm not friends with him on a social media platform, so why would somebody be messaging me 3 selfies of him plus a penis pic? Now, the only way the person would know to send me this information is if they've seen me comment on another relative's social media site and just assume, well, she's related to this person who's related to him. I'll go on and send this lady these photographs. 4 pictures, 3 good ones, 1 nasty one. So I explained this to her. That's the only way they would know to send it to me. So she's still talking in circles, the mother. Well, I don't know if I'm friends with him, blah, 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 which makes no sense. How the hell would you not know if you're friends with your own damn son? Then she says, oh, they didn't send it to me and the daughter. I know who sent the photographs to you, blah, blah, blah. He's already told me I know the person. So I'm asking, who is the person? She don't want to say. Why not? Why would you not want to tell me who you think this villain is? So we're talking around in circles for about 30 minutes, and I'm getting agitated, trying to be respectful because she's a Christian woman, pastor, whatever you want to call it. So I'm trying to be respectful. So I go on to tell her that years ago I had an odd conversation with her son where he was talking about some woman he had met. And then he starts going into talking about sexual situations with the woman, and I had to stop him. I said, hold up right there. I don't want to hear this conversation because 1, I'm a woman, and 2, I'm your relative, and this is disrespectful what you're saying to me about her. I don't want to hear about your interludes, this and that, what you like to do, because this is inappropriate talk. So all that came back to my mind when I saw the last picture of the penis. I had to say to myself, is this my cousin actually sending me this pic? 2, is this a picture of his actual private parts? And I'm explaining this to her very delicately without trying to become belligerent because I wanted to respect her in my conversation, but I was still pissed off, and I'm still pissed off. That's why I'm going live. And she also knows of issues that we've had with a certain pedophile person in the family who is no longer living. So all that come rushing back to me in looking at this photograph that I'm trying not to focus on. But something said, do not delete the account because you're going to need it, because I am queen. And I don't let a stone go unturned till I get to the bottom of what I need to find out. On his profile picture, he's with another female. So I asked her about that person. She doesn't want to tell me who that person is. Open up the profile. You see that they're holding a baby. So then I ask her about that person. Well, whose baby is that? She don't want to say. Why don't you want to tell me anything? And your son is allegedly being stalked by somebody that's hacking his photographs and also sending people derogatory messages, also with naked photographs of a penis that you don't know if it's his or not. What the hell? I feel like I just left the Twilight Zone. So something said to me, Queen, do what you do when you're on YouTube. Chop it up and spit it back out. And that's what I did to get to the bottom of the truth. So my better half said, Queen, pay attention to the details because the answer is sitting right in front of you. How are you looking at a message from a deleted account? She says, he said he deleted it. It would have went into process last night for 48 hours. So by last night at 9 p.m., the account should have been deleted. So I had to check myself, talking to my friend. I said, wait a minute, what am I missing? And we both were saying at the same time, how are you looking at a message from a deleted account? You would have never seen the message if it was a deleted or deactivated account. Bingo card. So I told the girlfriend on another phone, I said, here, stay on this line. I'm going to use another phone. We're going to message the person. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. So how can you ring a deleted, deactivated account? Bingo card. It ain't deleted. Thought the account was supposed to be deleted 9 p.m. last night. So then I said, I'm going to do her one better. I'm going to call my relative back to tell her the account's not deactivated. So she answers, pretending she's groggy sleep. Yes. I said, oh, that account's not deleted. So I'm sure she hears the fire in my voice. I said, I don't know what the hell game is going on here, but the account is not deleted. Well, let me tell you, just so happened you called now. He's on the other line was on the other line. And I didn't tell him I was talking to you or had talked to you. See, I started feeling the suspicion coming on right there. So what are the odds of you calling him after you just talked to me? To tell him what? Oh, Angela got the same picture sent to her. So you decided to call him to tell him, oh, by the way, somebody sent Angela the same BS? Or did you ask him, hey, did you do that to your cousin? How did it go? Because I know you're not going to tell me the truth. I know you're not going to tell me the truth. But she messed up when she said, oh, by the way, I talking to him on the phone. How convenient. And what's even more convenient is when you told me he called himself calling the police to file a report about this hacking of his account with many people. You just so happened to be on the other line with him when he was doing that, allegedly. And then voila, Angela gets these infamous pictures sent to her on the 7th of December, didn't open them up until tonight. And then when I decide to call you back to tell you that the account is still open, not deactivated or deleted, you just so happen to be on the phone with him once again on the other line. How ironic. I didn't tell him it was you on the phone. I didn't tell him I had talked to you about you getting those pictures. But so happened you two get on the phone after you and I hang up. I am 51 years of age. And I have made a lot of foolish mistakes in my time in dealing with people. But the one thing I do not consider myself is just an utter fool. And I know when somebody is trying to hoodwink and bamboozle me. Now, the right thing to do is to give a person the benefit of the doubt because we know of each other. We come from the same family line. But in the end, that means nothing if you are lying to me. I will treat you just like a cheap trick. It doesn't matter that our mothers were sisters and that you are my first cousin and that your son is my second cousin. I call a spade a spade. So as I'm telling her that this account is not deleted, that the phone emoji and camera emojis are sitting at the top of the page, which means the account is open and you can call the person. So this is when she decides to get a little hype in the conversation. This is conversation number 2 for those that ain't on board. I said, sweetie, this account is still open. I said, and it just dawned on me, I would have never received his message anyway had the account been deleted or deactivated. If you hit on the message, it will show account deactivated, unavailable, blah, blah, blah. So I wouldn't have been able to see the pictures anyway. I said, I didn't even think about that. This is still an open account. I said, I called the account and it rings, roaming. So that means it's an open account. So this is what she says to the queen. You're up here digging for stuff. What did you just say? That's all it took for the queen. I'm digging. I said, excuse me, this is my damn phone. How the hell am I digging on a message that your alleged son sent to me, whether hacked or not? This is in my damn phone. I called you out of respect to let you know this is what was sent to me by him. And now you're telling me his account was hacked. This type of filth has been sent to other people. But why would some stranger send it to me not knowing that we know each other? And as I said, the only way they would put 2 and 2 together that he and I are related or know of each other is by looking at me comment on somebody else's social media platform and put 2 and 2 together. Oh, I want to spite him. I see she's related to his other relative, blah, blah, blah. Let me send her these photographs. I'm going to say this. When she told me that I was digging, that's all she had to say to me to let me know that she's covering for her son's nasty behavior. If I am wrong, that'll be between me and God. That'll be between me and God. But my spirit tells me he sent me those pictures because her reaction, second conversation, was subversive. And the first conversation, she talked around in circles, not wanting to answer any questions pertaining to the hacker. She knows who the person is. Won't tell me if it's a man or woman. Then wouldn't tell me if it's a family member. And I threw that in there at the end of the conversation. I said, well, hell, is it family? And then she paused. And she says, oh, I don't want to say because I don't want to gossip. I said, excuse me, what you mean? I said, well, that don't sound good. That sounds like you do think it's a family member that's doing this. I said, what kind of family member would do something like this? I said, how would they get pictures of your son's penis anyway? That makes no sense. How would a person get a hold of your son's private part to send in a fake account and get in people's inboxes? That makes no sense to me. I'll let everybody ponder on that just a second. Help me understand. How would a hacker get a hold of your private photos? They can only get your pictures if they are on the site that you post them to. So you want me to believe he had a platform where he posted his penis? That is the only way a hacker would be able to get the picture, unless they had access to his cell phone and went into his gallery. Come on with it, Queen, because she think you slow. Went into his gallery and got his pictures out of his gallery. Your gallery through your phone and Google is separate than any other social media app such as TikTok, Facebook, IG, so on and so forth. Thank you, Linda. Yes. She's covering for him. And when I talked to her and she made that one comment, you're digging, that showed me she's covering for him because your attitude was very mild-mannered first conversation. Don't worry, it's not personal. He didn't do this to you. This is somebody trying to do something to him. They're being malicious. So then I asked her, well, did he have a falling out with somebody? She says no. Well, that doesn't make any sense. If he didn't fall out with somebody, why is somebody hacking his account and sending pictures of him on a fake profile of his penis and regular selfies? That makes no logical sense. Why would somebody do that? And how would somebody get a picture of your son's fucking penis? And to prove to her that I know it's her son's penis, I had to go back into the last photograph to look at the fucking picture to see those are his hands and they match the other hands in his other 3 photographs. Jackpot. And I didn't want to have to go back and look at the nasty picture, but something told me, do not delete this because this is going to be your verification. And it was. And I told her, I said, the person's hands in the naked photo are the same hands belonging to your son in his other selfies. They are one and the same. So I'm going to ask you one more time. How would somebody get a picture of your son's private parts? And I said, who are you to tell me I'm digging? This is my damn phone. And I have a right to inquire any damn thing I want on my damn phone. And only a fool would not inspect the pictures to try to put 2 and 2 together. Because just because somebody's in your ear telling you, oh, no, they didn't do it. Oh, their account was hacked. Oh, they've been sending pictures to other friends and associates. Oh, one of my friends contacted me to tell me they got these same type of pictures, blah, blah, blah. Oh, somebody confronted him and told him, hey, somebody's sending stuff through Messenger, blah, blah, blah. So I asked her, well, if his account is deleted, how does somebody contact him? Oh, yeah, she got caught then. They know him. I said, that's not what I'm saying. if his account is deleted or deactivated, how did they contact him to tell him? Because what I'm trying to say to her without saying it, most people do not have people's telephone numbers. Most people are talking to each other only through Messenger and Messenger apps. So how would somebody be able to call him to tell him, hey, I'm getting nasty pictures from your profile? So she says, well, once again, talking in circles. Oh, well, they know him. That's all I'm going to say. They know him and they let him know. All right. Let's just say the family tree is done. I let her know I'm pissed off. You're talking in circles and you don't tell me what the hell I can dig for in my phone. And I told her in a Christian-like manner, goodbye. May God bless you. I'm out. I'm done. Because you don't tell me that I'm digging for any damn thing. That leads me to believe you're covering up something for your son because you know your son's a deviant. And I do believe my cousin sent that nasty photo alongside 3 regular ones to me. I do believe he has sent these pictures and nasty hacking to whatever he's doing to other people's accounts. It's all him. I do not know if he's schizophrenic, he's not well mentally, if he's a sexual deviant, but nonetheless, it is not for me to figure out. I'm out. I have nothing to say to him. I have nothing to say to her. And after careful examination, almost a year ago, somebody sent me a message through a hacked profile account talking about the YouTube. Basically telling me that fuck you and YouTube, and you think you're all that, and my brother made you and got you on the YouTube, blah, 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 which makes no sense because I already knew about YouTube after my mother died, and nobody makes the queen, and nobody put the queen onto a fucking thing. I don't have to be a YouTuber because I watch YouTube. It was a choice for me to partner with YouTube. I uploaded content. They sent me the notification. Would you like to partner with us? They made the decision. That's all YouTube, not the queen. But I had 2 people that I thought could have sent me that nasty message. One person who I was close to and this cousin here. And the cousin came to mind only because we hadn't talked and he had been trying to reach out to me and they made some snide remarks saying, oh, you're ignoring me, blah, blah, blah. And then another person came to mind who recommended the YouTube platform. So I had 2 choices of who could have sent me the nasty message a year or so ago in a fake profile. All that came flooding back tonight with this hacked account allegedly. Did my cousin send me that nasty message almost a year ago through a hacked account? Because that came to mind when she said, oh, whoever the villain is that I know, they're also hacked other people's accounts that we know and sent them nasty messages. So I said, well, what kind of messages? Nasty pictures? What? No, not nasty photos, but just saying derogatory things. That came to mind with the hacked account that infiltrated my message system last year. I thought of that account. And then when she said other people have gotten nasty messages sent to them from a fake account and their accounts got hacked, I got a feeling this is my cousin's doing. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. This is so diabolical. And the fact that she would get jiggy with me, the second conversation leads me to believe she has knowledge that she knows her son is behind this and she's upholding him. And this is how sadists become crafty in their craft. It's because people enable them. And I can honestly say that if indeed my cousin is the one that sent those pictures to me December 7th, that I just retrieved tonight that he is sinister and he is sick. And to think that if indeed he did this, I was going to help him a couple of years ago when he was needing a place to live. So as I told my friend tonight, imagine had I let him come into my home and stay in my house, he could have done anything to me. I also know that he has younger siblings. Is he safe to be around children? Because you have to ask all those questions. And we did have a sexual sadist in the family who is no longer alive. And I do not like really speaking about this person, even though they are dead, because they make me want to vomit. And it's something I never wanted to share on this network, but I will now because of this incident. It is in the blood. And I do believe that perhaps he has the trait from my uncle, my mother's brother, because he was a pedophile. And he had made advances to girl children in the family. And also, it was rumored that he also sexually molested his girl children. But he is no longer alive. So I start to think, is this cousin a product of our uncle? That the bloodline is still tainted. Sweet Jesus. You have to beware of people who have googly eyes for girls. Period. Whether they are their children, their sisters, their nieces, other people's children. You have to also be aware of a male's conversations about women in general and girls. And whenever you're in the company of a man who has to talk about sex all the time, make sexual jokes all the time, share sexual conversations that are inappropriate, you should be leery of them. And that's what comes to mind with this cousin, was one of the conversations we had a few years ago where he was talking about a female and then it veered far, far left. And he started talking about his sexual appetite or whatever with her. And I told him right then, I don't want to hear this because you're talking to me like I'm a man and I am not. First, I'm a woman. Two, I'm your relative and you're not going to talk to me in that manner. And I told his mother of that conversation tonight in our first conversation. So she felt like, well, it was squashed. He did stop, didn't he? I said, well, at first he didn't want to stop. I had to keep telling him, hey, I don't want to hear this no more. And then he stopped. But I believe had I not spoke up, he would have kept talking because he was enjoying what he was saying. See, that's the thing people don't understand about baiting people. Let me slide it out first, the conversation, to see if they will respond. Let me see what response I will get. This is what happens with grooming. I'm not going to know until I try. Stay woke. That's what grooming is. Let me see if I can try. So I believe he was grooming me years ago in the conversation to see if I would respond and say, don't say anything else, which I did. He finally stopped. Fast forward a couple years later, I've not responded to his messages. He sent me a nasty message a year or two ago saying, oh, you're being funny. You don't want to respond, blah, blah, blah. And something just told me when I finally found it, keep it moving. Then came the derogatory hacked account message last winter, or first of the year rather. Now here comes a year later, almost to the date, 3 pictures and a nasty picture from his account. I believe they're all one and the same. He's the hijacked account from last year. Like I said, if I'm wrong about that, I own it. Oh, man. There can't be any consequences if you haven't committed a crime, sweetheart. You know that. But if indeed I'm wrong, and he did not send me those photographs, the nasty pic was more important because it was just 3 regular selfies and 1 nasty one. Who is the person that's hacking his account allegedly? And why wouldn't his mother share that with me? If we're family, we're related, you shouldn't have no problem with telling me who you think has hacked his account. What's the problem? Like I told her, I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't have anybody to go back and repeat it to that we all know. So what's the problem? And that's what bothered me. It's the fact that she didn't want to share with me who is hacking his account. And she says she knows who the person is. So I asked her, well, who is it? She didn't want to say. So what I find interesting is that before I get off the phone, something says, throw her a bone and see if she'll bite. I said, is it a family member? I said, I hate to hear that it's a family member. And she drew quiet and said, I don't want to say, I don't want to start no gossip. So that made no sense right there. Why would one of our relatives hack your son's social media account to send people nasty pictures of a penis that I do believe belongs to my cousin? Because I compared the hands in said photographs and they are one and the same. And I let her know that in my second conversation. And before blocking her, I sent her a nice little message. I said, digging. Oh, I can't because this is my damn phone. No, first I said denial. Then I said digging. I guess I can since this is my phone. Then I blocked her. I have left his account open because I want to see if he calls me back on that account. Because if he calls me back on that account, because I messaged the person, which opens it up to where you can receive phone calls. I first sent the message saying, who is this? No response. I then called it. No response. Nobody answered. It's an open account. It's an open account. 10:45, I made the call. 10:26, I sent the message. Who is this? 20 minutes later, call to nothing. Audio call. This is a valid, open social media platform. If it was deactivated or deleted, I would have never been able to retrieve the message in the first place. And as I said, it didn't dawn on me until I saw the call message at the top with the phone emoji and camera, and it hit me. I said, wait a minute. This wouldn't be open if this was a deleted account. So I called her back and I let her know that. And that's when it got a little heated. And I let her know I would no longer be holding a conversation. I just got off the phone and told her, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you. I said, somebody's playing games and I ain't going down with this. Hold on a minute, you guys. Hold on a second. I'm back. Very sick situation. Well, that's all I wanted to share with you all, is that you just need to be aware of people. And this is the reason why I never care for being on any type of social media platforms. And there's days, even with the YouTube, I don't care for it because it brings too much drama. I'm a very high strung individual, as most of you have seen, and I don't like problems. I don't like bickering with people back and forth. I like just a clean slate, easy going. And my thing is, I'm that type of person. When I get sick of shit and fed up with shit, I will ghost your ass in a minute. It's been done to me, and I can do it too. There's just days I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk about nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. And when a person decides they want to get jiggy with me or get to talking crazy or whatever, I know how to remove myself from the situation. And I told my friend that tonight. I really don't need to be on any social media platforms because you set yourself up to be doxxed, to have your accounts hacked. And is it worth it? Because you have to ask yourself, what are you gaining by being on these platforms? I don't care what the platform is. Because you can be sending out messages to people to invite them in, especially like sharing personal pictures, sharing places you're going, putting other people in your photographs. It's probably not good ideas. So I told my friend tonight, I said, do I really need to have all these platforms? You know, because one, the YouTube is enough because that's me showing my face, my picture, my personal opinions, whether people agree with me or not. But any other type of platform, I need to ask myself, do I really need to have any other platforms or be on any other platforms? Commenting, showing pictures, period. I just think I need to leave it all alone. Because this is really a turnoff to me. Jealousy from what, sweetheart? It's not about jealousy. We're talking about a sexual sadist, sweetheart. He is possibly a sadist. There's something wrong with him. I don't see that jealousy would play into this. One second. I've never seen people up late just making noise. 12 o'clock at night. Ignorant. You want to give an opinion pertaining to the information the Queen has related? Because I wasn't going to drop the link, but I'll drop it in case somebody wants to give their commentary on the information I've relayed in this video. If you do not understand what is going on, feel free to go back to the beginning of this video to understand the point I've tried to make in this commentary. Thank you for joining me. This is my personal testimony. And as I said, if I am wrong about the accusations I've made in this live stream, it'll be between me and God, and that's it. But my spirit has usually never led me wrong about a person. When I smell a rat, it's usually a rat. And whenever you start jogging your memory back to old situations, there's usually a common thread. Hold on one second. God help me. Well, could be Andrea. I didn't think about that, the channel situation. Okay. I didn't think about that. Yes, when you said you received the previous message about your YouTube channel that was mentioned, that sounds like jealousy to me. Yeah, that was, I believe, last January. It was either January or February last year. 22, excuse me. First of the year, 22. So I had an idea that it was between two males. And I thought of one person who I considered a very close friend, that he did it because he was the one that mentioned me doing the YouTube channel. So when I listened to the wording, I said, oh, this sounds like him. And I just thought, man, would a person be that deviant to send you a message about that, saying, oh, that YouTube, that shit you doing ain't shit up there, blah, blah, blah. I thought, wow, that's deep. That's real deep. Yes, they're an adult. They should be in their early 30s. The person that, the cousin. So as I said, I don't know if the cousin sent that message last winter, but he was one of the prospects. It was between him and another male. Because I know who I talk to. I know who I talk to on the phone. I know who has my numbers. I know who I talk to through messenger apps. So I know who I talk to. And you always detect the wording. The wording usually gives you a hint to who is behind the message. It was a fake account. You could tell it was a fake picture of a black man. It looked like a prison photo of a man. And the person was saying, you blah, 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 think you all that. Your shit ain't nothing. Your YouTube shit ain't nothing. Something like that. My brother is the one that put you on. That's what it said. My brother's the one that put you on the YouTube and blah, blah, blah. You know, just ridiculous. Just hit the link, Kate. Just don't show your face. It'll show you how to turn the camera off. Good night, Mimi. No, I haven't received any other messages. Nobody sent any other messages from any hacked accounts or any accounts. Well, she's saying that somebody hacked his account, so it's not him. She's saying that pictures were sent to other people. This so-called villain also hacked somebody else's account, you know, not sending them nasty pictures, but hacked their account in some type of way where they were sending them nasty commentary. So it's been a little bit of both. She didn't go far back to say how long it's been going on because she really didn't want to answer any questions, which is strange to me. She didn't want to answer any questions. Every time you asked her, was it a woman or a man? She wouldn't say. I asked her who was the woman in the profile picture of him. She didn't want to say. Then I noticed it was a baby that they were holding. She didn't want to talk about the baby. It was just on and on and on questions. She didn't want to answer nothing. So then I threw out, hey, could this be a family member? Then she starts talking in circles about that. Oh, I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to get no gossip started. Blah, blah, blah. Just ridiculous. Turn your devices on, Kate. All right, here we go.
How
Kate,
are you?
Where you calling from, Kate?
I'm calling from Texas. I called one other time. Your show's been the only show, dear, that I've ever called.
All right. Well, sometimes I forget where people are from if I don't talk to you a lot. So how you doing?
Good. And I'm sorry to hear about what you just went through.
So you followed the content of what I was explaining? Because a lot of people coming in late and I really don't want to have to rehash what I'm saying. They'll have to just go back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did listen to it.
I'm going to ask you this. What you've heard me say, do you believe this is my relative that sent those pictures?
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Well, like you said, if he had canceled his whatever
48 hours.
Right. You wouldn't have gotten that. You wouldn't have gotten that period unless someone else had downloaded his picture from his own camera. I mean, from his own phone and had it privately somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know who he shares his phone with, right?
Well,
somebody else.
Well, anyway, the thing about hacking is you don't have to share a phone to steal people's profile pictures and their pictures on their IG, Facebook, or whatever. But
No, I know.
what's discerning is the naked photo. That is something I would think you had in your own gallery on your phone.
In your own personal thing, not
You know,
in any kind of
right. Not on a profile. Because I don't know he wouldn't be stupid enough to be having a profile page with a picture of his penis on it.
Exactly.
So I think the person got this from his phone. So who would have access to your phone to be sending a random people pictures of you? This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not saying people don't do that, but I'm just saying it's something odd about it because he and I are not friends on any social media platform. So why did they send it to me?
I don't know. Just to be a stinker. People do odd things, weird things.
Well, she's saying whoever the villain is has sent like pictures to other people's accounts. Okay? That's what the mother said. So I'm not the only one that received photographs. But what I tried to explain to her is he and I are not friends on any platform, so why would somebody choose me? So she, in her defense, his defense, she says, well, they didn't send them to me or his sister either because they know me and I know them and I know who they are that's sending these pictures and hacking the accounts. So I asked her, well, who was the person? She didn't want to tell me who the person is. Exactly. Yeah, because somebody would have flagged the account to say, hey, he's got a naked picture. Exactly. That's why I know the person didn't get that naked picture from no social media platform. Because if you're friends with family members, they would, they'd be wearing him out. Like, hey, why you got this naked picture of your private parts on here?
I'm sorry, Queen. I lost you there for a second.
Yeah, you fell off.
I know. I'm in the same spot as I was a couple minutes ago, so I don't know what happened. Maybe on my end. I don't know. I'm sorry, honey. I missed what you said.
That's okay. Well, there's a few people in the chat that don't believe her. Hippie don't believe her. Andrea don't believe her. Sunflower don't believe her.
Oh, your female cousin?
He is a male cousin.
Right. So what do they not believe?
His mother does. The mother says his account's been hacked. That's what she's saying. I talked to the mother.
Right, I don't believe her either.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't. And I'll tell you what, had she been my cousin or my relative, I probably wouldn't have been as kind to her as you were in your words.
Well, you all know my tongue is sharp. So
mine is too, honey.
That's why I tell people they don't really know me like they think they do. I was very ladylike in talking to her tonight.
That's what I tell people about myself.
Because one, she's a pastor. Let me make this
Yes. Yes, I know. So
she's a alleged pastor. So I was going to be respectful of her.
Yeah, I know.
But when I talked to her the second time and she said, why are you digging? That's what an enabler would say.
Right. That would have sent me to the moon.
So I did. I said, okay, well, since I'm digging, we don't got nothing else to talk about then.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you all are playing games and I ain't going.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you one bit. I don't know. Hopefully this will get resolved.
That is wrong in my opinion. If she knows who the villain is, she should have disclosed that to you so you could take precautions to protect yourself and your accounts. Exactly. So that's stupid. Why would you not tell me who you think it is?
Right. Well, maybe she's embarrassed.
Doing this. And she kept saying then, boy, you're asking a lot of questions. Well, what fool wouldn't ask?
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. I mean, nobody wants to.
Okay. Okay. Hit the link if you have an opinion pertaining to the matter at hand.
Did I take off again?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. I'm still here.
Go ahead. Finish what you have to say.
No, I was done with whatever I said. I don't recall what I said. Sorry.
That's okay. No, I was looking at the people in the chat, the people that think that that my cousin knows A lot of people in the chat are saying they believe that she's lying.
I think so too.
She doesn't think he did it. That's what she's telling me. I know he didn't do this. Don't worry. He didn't try to do anything to hurt you. This is somebody being malicious. So I said, did he fall out with somebody? She's like, no. So I'm telling her, well, this makes no sense. Why is somebody wanting to send random people dirty pictures and messages using your son's account if he didn't fall out with somebody? That doesn't make any sense. They don't like him. You can't say that they like him.
Yes. Well, if she's a pastor's wife, she's going to think only the best.
Wife. She is the pastor.
Oh, she is the pastor. So, Lordy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Good heavens.
Yeah.
She's got to know her son.
Well, of course she knows her son. And as I said earlier, the bloodline is tainted from a certain relative that's no longer living that was a pedophile. So what I'm thinking is perhaps that this cousin of mine is also sick. And I think he did it to see how I would respond. That is the purpose of grooming, to see what you would do.
Right. That very well
Wasn't that the purpose of sending the picture? Let me see what she will say.
Yes, yes. I didn't even know what grooming meant until I was almost 40 years old. That's how far behind I was.
Okay. Well.
Seriously, I never knew that term, what it meant, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can be groomed at any age. You don't have to be a child to be groomed in a sexual manner. Grooming is what it is, grooming.
Right. For
any type of situation. Grooming a dog, grooming a person. You're well groomed. He looked well groomed. Grooming is what it is. It's baiting. I want to bait you. Let me see what she'll say. Let me tell you something. When people go in your personal messaging system and send pornographic material out of the blue or send you anything of their self, it is to get a response. Anybody with sense knows that. The sick part of this story is he's related to me.
Right. I get that.
He's a second cousin, my cousin's child. So it's even more baffling. He would send this to his own family member. So then that has to make me believe, what has he been doing all this time for almost, a 30-something years? Because when I last talked to him, he was probably about 28. So he's probably about 31 now, somewhere in there. What has he been doing all this time? Has he been messing with girls, soliciting women, coming on to women, forcing himself on women? Because as I told you, he had a very disrespectful conversation with me a couple of years ago that was sexual in nature, and I told him to stop. I didn't want to hear what he had to say. Because the conversation was for men only, not a woman and a man that are related.
Right. I know that some men can be that way. They forget themselves and they'll talk in front of you if they're comfortable, like they would their guy friend. And I've had to do that in my life as well, is bring that out to a man and say, hey, I don't appreciate that, blah, 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 whatever. And us women, we just have to stand up for ourselves and what is right for us.
That's why the social media apps, because people will, send you a friend request on one of these platforms and you're thinking it's no big deal. You accept it. The next thing you know, they go straight to the DM. And the next thing you know, it's how you doing, what you doing. And then it goes from that to a naked picture.
Oh.
Or a porn video. I remember an older person I know sent me a porn video once. And it was so disrespectful because he was a family friend. And I felt like, what is it about me that you felt like that was okay to do that? And my father, my family, you're friends with my aunt. You used to date her sister. Y'all live together. So I'm trying to understand, what is it that would dispossess you to go in a DM and send me a pornographic video? For what?
I don't know. Have you ever thought about it? Because you're a woman and you're an outgoing gal. Have you ever thought that, and you go out, right? You mingle with other people, women and men, you're out there, right? Do you ever feel that men look at you in a different way when you're friendly, when you're kind, when you're enjoying yourself? I used to think that because I've always been a blonde. And when I used to do these experiments with myself when I was younger, and I used to go to these fancy clubs when I lived in California many years ago. And I found that a lot of times when I was friendly and, giggling and having a good time with my gal pals, that these guys would approach me and again, think that I'm just going to go home with them somehow.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. So I would think to myself, well, what is it about me that these men
Yeah, well,
think
my
this
friend
about
said
me?
that to me once about the date site years ago, and she was saying when I was telling her what kind of messages they were sending, similar to this, dick pics and nasty comments, and she said, "Well, what do your pictures look like, and how's your makeup?" And I said, "That doesn't mean anything. The makeup, if you're wearing a low cut blouse, I get what she's saying." I said, "All my pictures look the same as they did to any social media platform. It's just me smiling in a picture with a little bit of makeup on it. That doesn't warrant you sending me a dick pic or asking me, do I want to take it up this and do all this? That's your choice.
Right.
That's nothing to do with me. Because if it was a nun in a habit, you would send her the same damn picture.
Yeah.
Because you're just nasty. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Ohio. I haven't talked to you in a while.
All right. What do you have to say about the content?
The content is the guy needs some mental health, and I'm sorry that you're going through this.
Yeah. Well, I want to let you all know something about the Queen. This is a minor setback. You know damn well that come a day or two from now, this will be water under the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I've already deleted his mother. But I'm waiting for him to respond. So I left the account open. Because I want to hear who's going to answer the other side of that line, because it is an open, active account. So if he answers, that means he lied to his mother and he did not delete the account.
You will resolve it for sure.
Of course I will. That's why I didn't delete it.
Exactly.
That's why I didn't block it. I said, you want to get to the bottom of it? Message the person and then call it. They never responded. I'm going to leave it open. He answers. He lied.
Right.
Now, somebody else answers, that'd be a whole different thing.
But you know, but out of all due respect,
go ahead.
She shouldn't have lied. She should have told the truth. She's in the house of the Lord. She should have been respectful as a family member and told you the truth.
The truth about what? Who's hacked his account?
Yeah, if the shoe was on the other foot, don't you think you would have went to her and been like, look, we have some family issues. Let's get to the bottom of this. And you're allowed to dig. And what's the big deal if you were digging? That's your phone.
It has nothing to do with him cheating. You all are not listening. This is why I hate talking about stuff when people come in, they don't understand the content.
Right.
Other people receive messages and pictures. So that's not about somebody being jealous of a woman.
No, it wasn't talking about
he and I are not friends on any platform. Right. We have not spoken in years, so it's not about no jealousy. They don't know I exist if they went through his phone. He does not even have my telephone number.
No, what I'm saying is if the shoe was
I'm talking to somebody in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Michelle.
No, what I was saying is if the shoe was on the other foot, like, like say, for example, like if you had a problem and, something like that happened to her, she should have been respectful.
Of course, but see, that's how people are. It's okay when they're upset and mad at the world and they want answers. They want everybody to fall and drop to their knees and tell everything. The fact that she wouldn't tell me nothing about the villain. You won't tell me who it is, man, woman, family member. What is suspicious to me? Why not?
But why not? Around the whole conversation.
Yeah, every question I can't say. I can't say. I want to say you must work for the people out there at the Mascot Police Department because they don't got nothing to say either. I'm just saying.
Well, see, I had to drop away from the social, media world because,
I'm not ready to just be done with it all.
Well, my daughter went missing and I found my family. So, see, the last time I talked to you, I found my family. I went through the ancestry. I found my family. And then my daughter went missing. And then I found out that I was kidnapped through the whole situation. So I have found out a whole new life that I didn't even know that I had.
The people that were received are people that know of my cousin and know my cousin, his mother. But like I told her, he and I aren't friends on any platforms. So how would somebody pick me out unless they saw me commenting on a relative's page And then they realize, oh, well, he's related to her. Let me go find her and message her. Now, it could have went that way. But like she said, the dick pics didn't get sent to her and his sister. Why not? If it's shock value. Because she says, oh, they knew not to send it to me because they know I know them and I would know they did it. Does that make any sense? How would you know that they did it?
Yeah, that doesn't make any
Somebody
sense.
listen to this for a minute. Somebody hacks your son's page, but they knew not to send the pictures to you and the sister because you would know them. How would you know them if you weren't expecting for your son's account to be hacked? How about this? Is everybody going to lean in and listen to this for a second?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
I know what you're gonna say.
I think you should know where I'm getting ready to go with this, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it one time and I'm see who can catch it. The pictures never went to the mother and the sister. You don't get it?
Yes.
What do you say, Michelle?
The pictures came to you. They didn't even go to the mother or the sister.
Why would they not go to the mother or sister?
Because they would have known automatically who they were.
No, Andrea got it because it's him.
Right, because it's him. My bad, I said that wrong. Oops. Yeah, she hit the hammer.
The hacker is going to send them only to a relative such as Angela, who is not friends with him on any platform, just out of the blue. But don't send them to his own mother and his sister. Why not?
There would be no reason why not.
What does the hacker care about being respectful to your mother and sister, but don't got no respect for every fucking body else? Come on now.
Right. A hacker has no respect.
Exactly. Thank you, Andrea.
Wow. Damn.
See, it hit me as soon as she said it. I didn't get the picture. My daughter didn't get the picture because they know I know who they are. I wanted to say, are you speaking of your son in a roundabout damn way?
Oh my word.
Wow.
Wow. Gotta love family.
Hippie said it. He ain't showing his privates to his mom. Bingo card. Thank you, baby. Exactly.
Wow. I have.
Now you see why I always tell you, pay attention to the details. The truth is right in front of you. All you have to do is pay attention.
Listen.
That's right.
Yep.
And I told my friend, I will get to the bottom of it before I lay my head on my pillow tonight.
And you solved it.
That's right. Because all I had to do was pay attention. You listen to what people tell you. I keep telling you all this. This is how you find out the truth. Listen to what they tell you. Listen at the tone. Listen at the commentary. And then the fact that the account was still open, I doubled back to call her, and then she became heated. Why? What did I say in that second conversation to make the church lady become heated? All I said was, the account's still open. And her whole demeanor changed.
Right.
Why are you digging? Excuse me?
Sounds to me like she knows something.
Exactly. That's when Queen left the building.
That's when I said that, she knew more than what she was telling.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
And then, oh, he's on the other line. Out of the blue.
Right.
Now, see, that is like some
yeah, that's the same line she used for he was on the other line when she was talking to him and he was talking to the police making the report. Now, all of a sudden, Queen hangs up with you, stays off the phone for about 20 minutes, calls you back to let you know the account is still open, and out of the blue, oh, I just talked to him, but I didn't tell him I talked to you and that you got those same dirty messages. Why not? Why wouldn't you tell him that, hey, the villain sent them to Angela too? Checkmate.
Oh
Oh my.
Sounds like she's being a little untruthful.
That's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
just remember, she has to answer for that in the end.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
They both have to answer for
Yes,
those
ma'am.
nights.
Well, yeah,
Look,
but
and let me tell you something about Queen. My spirit told me not to open those pictures in the first place, but I did because I just said I know my cousin will be stupid enough to send me anything because it said Facebook and all those apps and stuff. They know when something is raunchy because it said sensitive material before you open it. Okay. I had no idea I was going to see a picture of somebody's private part in the last box. It was 4 boxes sitting on top of each other. The last box was of the penis. My spirit told me to go back, not to pay attention to the private part, but to look at the hands. When I went back in to look at the hands, I doubled back up to the picture beside it. Same hands in each photograph of my cousin.
Oh, no.
The identical fingers.
Jeez.
Holy Spirit will always lead you to truth.
And see, the thing of it is, when you get a gut feeling, if it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck, then it is a duck, or however it goes. If I said it right, I'm sorry, or wrong. Or if it smells like a rat, or however it goes.
Jazz, come on now. I mean, I am a woman, but still, just knowing it's a penis of my cousin, come on.
Right? Yes, ma'am. I know.
It's disgusting because it's like, you know what?
And
how do you get to this point here of looking at photographs and saying, okay, he sent me some pictures of himself, and then you open up box number 4, voila, it's a male penis, and you're using your deduction saying, please tell me this is not my cousin penis in this picture. Why would he be sending me this?
Yeah.
No respect.
I'd be upset.
I don't blame you.
I was very pissed off. I called my girlfriend. She was asleep because, she has a medical job and had to get up early. But she went on and indulged me. And then I was just like, man, and she was texting me back. And I was just saying, man, this is crazy. And I said, man, I got to talk to this mama, man. And something my spirit kept saying to Angela, sitting in front of you. The answer is in front of you. Pay attention. And then it hit me. You would have never got the message if it was a deleted account in the first place.
Right.
That's
true. Never gotten the message to even open it up to even see the photographs. And I didn't even think about it until I looked at the page after sending the message, who is this? The phone emoji was at the top and the camera was at the top. And I said, fuck me. This is an open account.
Wowzers.
Because everyone knows that if it would have been a profile or whatever, it would have been flagged because you can't have nude stuff like that on a Facebook. Like a profile picture.
I know what you're saying.
Right.
Well, just you posting it to your account, period. Somebody's going to flag it anyway, no matter who it was. Somebody's going to say, why you got this naked stuff up here? And they would have reported it. And then your profile, they would have, wherever you're on IG, TikTok, whatever it is. But this is just sick to me because, as I said before, we had a very nasty relative who preyed on women. He preyed on his nieces, and he also preyed on his girl children. And even to this day, a certain relative of mine, she still upholds him, knowing that he also preyed on her as a child. And we look at her and can't understand her mindset. So all this came flooding back when I saw the picture. First thing I thought was, well, one's dead and now one's up to take his place. So now that makes me wonder, what has he been doing all this time? Because if you're willing to send a picture of your penis to your own living female relative, what have you been doing for 30-something years?
Right.
Scary thought. Scary thought.
Very scary. And then you see the mother had the nerve to say, he didn't send it to me or his sister.
Jeepers.
So then I have to ask myself, how old is the sister? Because I know she has younger children in her house because he had told me he had problems living with her a few years ago, and it wasn't working out because she had a boyfriend living there with some kids, some younger kids she had late in life. And I felt sorry for him. But that's the thing. I didn't know him well because I never met him. And, we friended each other through social media apps and whatever. But I started seeing signs that he was not rap type because his conversations, he was talking circles when he talked. 1 minute he's talking normal people talk. The next minute he wants to be a minister and go to a seminary school. The next minute he's talking about sex. It was confusing. And I told him, don't you think you should save this conversation for a man or to yourself? You can't be talking about praising the Lord and going to seminary school and then talking about screwing. Come on now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I sent the message to the profile account. Nobody has responded. Yes, Jonathan says, thank God, thank goodness you didn't let him stay in your home. Exactly. So imagine a person who doesn't mind sending messages to their relatives. What do you think he would do if you were alone with him and you're walking by in your nightgown or your robe or taking a shower?
Oh my God. Scary thought.
A very scary thought. Because I can't imagine fighting off somebody that's my own fucking cousin.
Exactly.
This is why you don't take in strangers in your house, even if they're related to you, because in actuality, I did not know him. But in talking to him on the phone years ago, I could see that he was troubled mentally because he talked, he rambled when he talked. He had used drugs before, so he has had a substance abuse problem. And we already know that sexual sadism and also alcohol, drug use, they ain't going to go hand in hand.
Right.
Well.
Goodness.
Good.
Andre says he's not going to respond. His mother is the hate keeper. She told him already. She covers for him. Okay, Andre.
Yep, I agree with her.
Okay,
so he ain't gonna respond.
Kate thinks he knows. She told him that it was me. Michelle, do you think she lied to me and went on and told him it was me that got the message?
I would say yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, I am deeply sorry that you're going.
That's okay. What I was saying, did she ask him why he sent it, but she already answered? Yeah. But did she answer, Kim? Do you all think she answered for me? Did he send Angela the picture? Because allegedly he's not the one doing this. It's a villain out here doing this. You all are awfully quiet.
No, I do believe that she's already done opened her mouth and she's already done said something to her son.
Because don't you find it strange when I called the second time, she says, oh, he's on the line. She said something like he's on the line or he just got off the line. But I didn't tell him you called. I just let him know that somebody else got a message too.
But doesn't it seem kind of coincidental?
Right.
That he automatically is on the other line.
On the other line. Yeah.
I know.
How coinky dinky.
Yeah. Shad says, yes, her son sent it. 911 says, yes, she's the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Shad says the son won't respond. Kate, you think he'll respond?
I don't think so, honey.
I don't think he'll respond.
The only way that
if he responds, he's got to open up another account because you know she's probably told him that account just sent her a message. He can't respond.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say.
But didn't she have an answer? But look, didn't she have an answer for that too? Well, I guess obviously he said, oh, wait a minute, let me get it right. Oh, he said that once he went back to try to open the account again to set up a new profile, it reopened it.
What?
How many lies is she gonna tell?
So everybody thinks Angela is Boo Boo the Clown.
No.
If it got deactivated last night, how could it reopen itself?
It would not.
But this is what happens when you don't really know much about social media platforms and how the accounts work themselves. Once something is deactivated, you got to start all over with opening it up and I guess do new passwords and start over.
Start new.
Yeah. I think the only way he would reach out to you unless he made a new Facebook. So I'd keep an eye out for a new Facebook. Do keep an eye
somebody, Jonathan says, I think he will respond.
The only way he probably would unless he made a new Facebook.
That's what I say too. If he made a new account.
Sandy says it can't reopen itself. Okay, Jonna says he already got a reaction and response from you. There will be more messages, I think. Can you see if he read your message you sent? Okay, hold on. Let me go in.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
yeah,
Go back
she'd be
in.
able to check to see if he read those
Yeah,
messages.
because it's a little face usually by your message. Hold on,
Mhm.
guys. Hold on.
And she can also go invisible too.
No, it's still got the check mark by it. Nobody's read anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
But if you could
Even-
see his fingers in all three pictures,
Okay.
one picture he's holding a wine glass, the second one he's doing the two fingers like deuce, and then the next one is the I love you type signature. The fourth picture is of him sitting there with his wee up and his hand on his leg. His fingers are the same as every fingers in his photographs of his selfies. They got identical hand. They're the identical hand. And I can't understand why anybody would do some shit like this, man. This is
Not
wicked.
well.
Well, for one, they would need some serious counseling. They need help.
Yeah.
And the family, not you, but the mother side net needs to stop being in denial.
Somebody said, listen, Facebook, you have to reactivate your Facebook within 24 hours by signing back in. Only way it would reactivate. Well, that's probably what happened, beautiful. He lied to his mother, said 48 hours, and he reactivated after sending everybody this fucking filth. Kim says, I think his mom going to tell him not to. I don't care what he does.
As long as he leaves you alone, that's all that matters.
That's right. Yep.
What'd you say? What would you say, Michelle?
As long as he leaves you alone.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because this is what's going to happen. It's going to be something worse than the pictures next time.
Oh, girl.
And there won't be no enabling him. Because I see the signs that she's enabled him. Because I always thought that of her when I talked to her about his behavior years ago. I asked her, was there something wrong with her son? I told her his behavior was erratic and he talked in circles such as she does. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but something's not right with your son. His conversations are not normal. And she said, well, I don't understand what you mean. I said, is your son using drugs? And she said, well, he had an issue, but he's okay. And da-da-da-da-da. I said, well, I'm just asking because I have a right to ask to know who I'm talking to on the phone. Because I don't need to be wasting my time talking to people who are inebriated. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was very respectful in that conversation, just like I was in the conversation originally. But when she decided to, to get jiggy with me, the second conversation tonight, she told me once again, you are enabling him and you know that he's the one sending this shit to people. You have to know because in the end, you know your child.
Right.
That's right.
A mother knows.
You don't have to admit to me that you know you got a filthy booger, but I know now.
Well,
I'm not blocking the line until the person responds.
I don't blame you.
Because then I'm going to record it. It's the only reason why I haven't blocked. I want to see who answers the phone. That way, if Tom Dick answers, I can say, okay, somebody did hack it.
Right. And then you'll have your proof.
911 says this may upset him. Please be careful. Well, he can't do anything to the queen because he doesn't know where the queen is.
Thank God.
He does not know where I live. He's not a general area. I'm far in between where he thinks I am, dear. So he had issues sending photos and she thinks he doesn't do it anymore. No, she never said he did it at all. Let me explain this to the chat. Several people have received nasty messages and porn from him. He is denying that he did it. He don't know nothing about it. But the account that allegedly was supposed to be deactivated at 9 p.m. yesterday is still open. Queen calls the mother back to tell her the account was never deactivated. No, I'm not going to block it. I want to wait to see who answers.
Queen, do you think that the mother
No, she
is
does not know
maybe,
where I actually live. No, she does not. Say what, baby?
maybe the mother isn't technically, smart like I'm not technically smart. I don't know all these kind of things, like what he was telling her per
You can't
se,
report it.
I
You
do
can't
now,
report
but
to Facebook without blocking out the account, sweetheart. Once you report it, it's going to block me out.
gotcha.
Go ahead.
But I
Devon.
mean, is she tech savvy to understand these things? The mother?
I can't hear you, sweetheart. What'd you say?
I said, is the mother tech savvy?
She couldn't
For
be
her-
tech savvy because I was stupid enough to sit here and forget my damn self that I would have never got the message had the account been deactivated. That's why I said that to her. I said the account is not deactivated, sweetheart, because I can message and call him. And I said, and first of all, I wasn't supposed to be able to see it if it was deactivated. I wasn't supposed to be able to pull the message up, period. How would I be able to pull up a message if it was deactivated? It didn't dawn on me until I started sitting there looking at the phone emoji after I sent the text. And I said, wait a minute. You were never supposed to get this message anyway if it was deactivated. How'd you miss that? So I called her back to let her know something is still wrong with the version you're giving me. So obviously she realized she don't believe the version.
Okay, well, what if she believes her son because she's technically
past
not
issue.
savvy?
She never said she had a past issue. Beautiful, you're not listening. She never said she had a
Okay.
past issue with him. I said I had an issue with him in a phone conversation.
I understand
Years
that, but I
ago.
don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
No,
that
I'm saying I'm addressing somebody else in the chat. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, anyway, say that he told his mother that his account got hacked.
That's what he
Because-
told me. That's his version. That's his version.
So maybe she believes him because she's technically challenged like I
Okay,
am.
and she could because she's had people reach out to her telling her, "Hey, why is your son sending me these messages and pics?" That's the version they're going with. He didn't know nothing about it. People reached out to her. She didn't get them. Daughter didn't get them. But like I told her, why would I get them? He and I are not friends. And then that's when she goes on to say, "Oh, well, I don't know if we are either," which that caught me strange. How would
I
know if you're
got all
friends with
that.
your own son?
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Your own son you brought here, you don't know if you're friends with him on a social media platform?
Right.
Well, if the mother told the son
I
about the
think she
messages sent to you, the son should have said, "Let me get a hold of her to tell her it was not me. My account was hacked." Exactly, Jonna. So why not call Queen and say, "Let me find her on a social media platform and tell her myself"? That's right. You never be the messenger of your own bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, let somebody else be the messenger. You do it yourself.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Let me go find Angela. I'll go talk to her myself.
That would be the right thing to do. Yes.
911 says someone doesn't wake up in their 30s and start this behavior. He should be in his early 30s. It's disappointing. But it is my own medicine that I spit to you all every time I go live. What do I always say? You do not know people. You do not know people. Hippie says, "Dang, that's weird. Come on, now she doesn't know if they're friends. That's some BS." Hey, this is the black version of Leilani Simon and Billy Joel.
Oh my God.
This is the black version. Listen. The Browns meet the Simons. Damn. Shit. What the hell's going on? Oh, God's going to get me for that. He's going to get me for that. As Angela, that's not a good joke. That's all this is. The Browns meet the damn Simons. Jesus wept. Wow.
Oh.
But you know,
Well,
my fear is that he's been around some women or children and possibly somebody has had a very bad incident, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
Because whenever you
That's
start
scary to
sending
think
pictures
about.
to women, yes, if you're sending pictures to women that you're related to, you've done some other nasty stuff.
Oh God, I hope not.
You've done some other nasty stuff that we already can use our imagination.
I'd rather not go there.
Well, I won't doubt that he's probably offended the women
Yeah.
or children. Because as someone in the
Oh,
chat said, you don't wake up sending dick pics. Come on now.
yeah, overnight. Yeah,
You're not.
it's something that he's been probably doing for a while.
And that would get you off, obviously, no matter who the woman is. And what's going to be even scarier if we find out it's other female relatives that he sent these photographs to.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible. That would be so terrible.
Yeah.
Oh gee.
But I can say that, as I said, it's in the bloodline. My mother's brother was a very nasty man, and he liked young girls, because this is a story I probably should not ever tell, because I was told to never tell it, but he dated my friend when I was a child.
Wow.
Before I left Chicago. Well, I left Chicago when I was 11. And my friend was 2 years older than me. She was a biracial girl. Her mother was white, father was black, and she lived across the street from me. And I remember going on a trip where he was going to take me, her, another girlfriend that lived in the building across the street from us. We all lived in a catty corner circle. I was in building on the corner. I'm gonna say Sue was on the corner building, and then the other girl, Kay, she was in the building across diagonal. So 3 friends going on a trip with a grown man without my mother. Do the math.
Wow.
And I was angry, and nobody can understand why I was angry. I was angry because you're fucking my friend, and I'm trying to understand, how is this right, and nobody's saying anything. So we've got Kay's mother not saying anything, my mother not saying anything. You get my drift?
Yeah.
And I'm the only one acting as an adult at the age of 10 or 11.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to remember that happened before I came to Tennessee. Because see, 13, I came back to Chicago at 13. Yeah, that's before I left. So I would have been 10 or 11.
It happens.
So can you imagine this grown man, 28, 29, however old my uncle was, he's dating my 13-year-old fucking friend.
Girlfriend. Wow.
And nobody's saying anything. And everybody's asking Angela, why are you pouting? And I told my mother, I didn't want to go, because I was in the back seat of the car. And I said, I don't want to go. And they were like, what's your problem? And I was just like, I'm the only adult in this circle.
Wow. Wow.
This is why I always tell people, these little things form your identity, and people don't get that. So this is probably part of the reason why I have the personality that I have, where I'm very hard. Because you have to think of the things that you witnessed as a child.
Right.
So here I am, a child, now hanging in a car with my neighbors and my grown uncle. And my grown uncle is dating my friend. And that shit ate me up. Because I knew what my uncle was. And sadly, my mother knew. She did not, you know the rest.
Right.
She knew. And I had heard many years ago, as I got older, when I had moved back to the city, I was much older. Godmother had told me one day on the phone, because I had just moved back to the city. And she said, have you heard the rumors about your uncle? And I said, no, what are you talking about? She said, they say he's molesting his girls. And I said, what? And she said, yeah, that's the rumor. So I confronted my mother. I said, did you hear the rumor? That your brother's messing with his girl children? I can't remember what my mother said. But she's good at ignoring stuff. So that shit just messed me up. I thought, man, the cycle is never going to stop.
I think in those times too, Queen, if I may say, that a lot of people kept a lot of those things private. They didn't like talking about those kind of things.
But but look, that man lived for a while. There was a point when everybody's supposed to have hung him on the cross because the late 90s, you're still carrying the lie. Early 2000s, you're still carrying the lie. See where I'm going?
Yes. Yeah.
You're still carrying the lie. And I can tell you, I never wanted to be alone with him, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you a story. I mean, somebody told me not to never tell this shit on the live. But when I was a little girl, and I went to Memphis to visit my mother's mother and family. And he drove us down there. That thing drove us down there. And I remember being in a back room where he was like, I think like rubbing my arms or something. And I remember it vaguely. I know I was like telling myself, oh, I want to get out of this situation. You understand what I'm saying? I want out of this situation. I don't remember it advancing to anything, but just, stroking my arms. Well, fast forward, that's the late 70s. Fast forward to 2005, the spring of 2005, I finally meet one of my mother's baby sisters. And she's sitting there talking to me at a cousin's house. And she started talking to me, about my relationship with my mother and, how she heard it was strained growing up and blah, blah, blah. And then she said, I remember one time you came down to visit. And she said, that certain person went over to you and you screamed bloody murder.
Gee.
Do you know that shook my core?
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, I don't remember that. I said, the only thing I remember is being in a back room and he was close to me, like kind of like rubbing my arms or whatever. And she said, well, maybe he was trying to do something to you back there. She says, but we remember it like it was yesterday. He went near you to touch you and you started screaming.
Good for you.
So one would have to say, why would my mother not see something was wrong?
Wow.
Maybe she really loved her brother. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want me to finish the story?
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's okay. In that time that she's talking to me about that incident where I'm screaming at him, she says, well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I do believe he was doing things to you and probably to your sister because he did it to us. And your mother should have told you that he did it to us. So I said, what do you mean? All of you girls? She said, yes. She said, so your mother has always known he was that way. There's no way she could not have known.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's sad. Very sad.
Yeah. So when you look back in hindsight, his behavior, always wanting to be up close to you, always wanting to touch you. Even when I was a grown woman, I remember one Christmas I went to Memphis. We drove down there. I left Tennessee and went to my mother's house. And then we all drove down together. Me, my sister, my mother, and him. We went down to stay at a cousin's house. And I remember walking by him and he hit my rear and cupped it. And I said, right there in front of that room with everybody, I said, don't you ever put your motherfucking hands on me.
Were you an adult?
I was.
Yeah.
That was scary to me because it's like he has no boundaries even as we are grown now.
Yes, yes.
I think it's okay to touch us in front of other people who can be eyewitnesses. But that's a narcissist and a sociopath. I don't care if they see me do it. So what? So go figure. Mom's at work. This is the same time, that incident in Memphis. We're now back in Chicago. We've made our way back Christmas holiday. Everybody's gone to work because, I'm visiting. I'm the only one in the house by myself in my mom's house. And who do you think's knocking at the door at 8 a.m.?
Oh, brother.
Wow.
That's when I give me a frying pan and be like, hey, how you doing? Sorry.
So ring, 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 ring.
I wouldn't open the door.
Bam, bam, bam. Who am I? Hello?
The uncle.
I know, I'm saying, who am I? I'm Queen.
You're right.
Queen, right.
You know damn well I didn't open that damn door.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I hope
because
not.
he knew I was in there, because he knew my sister was at work. He knew my mother was at work. They are opportunists. That's
Good
what
Lord.
they do. So he knew she's in there. Oh, wake her up. Make her get up. I walked right to the door, looked out the peephole, saw it was him, and walked right back and went back and got under the covers. You're not coming in here with me alone.
I don't blame you.
So all those memories come back with this dirty photo from my cousin.
Yes.
See where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then talking to that aunt that time, my first time meeting her in 2005, she's spinning this web that he's always been a dirty ass person since childhood, molesting them, growing up to always be in the company of young girls, touching young girls, trying to groom them, blah, blah, blah. Accused of also messing with his own girl children. And then one of the cousins says, yeah, he's nasty. We've always known. And I looked at her and I said, what do you mean? She says, well, one time we had a party at a swimming pool or somebody's house, and the person had a swimming pool, and all the girls were walking around. They were grown now. They had on swimming attire. And he said to the cousin's house, who I was visiting at that moment, she's spinning the story, and my aunt's there spinning her version too. She said, yeah, we know he's sick because he said to me, if you weren't my niece, I would date you.
Oh, wow.
Now, who would say that to their own niece? And she was a very shapely girl, if you get my drift.
Wow.
So that means even as an older person, nothing had changed with him. He was still the same dirty uncle, still nasty. And I remember when my mother passed away in 2014, and we were eating at this pizza place in Hyde Park. And we were all sitting around this table. And I'm looking at all the relatives there, and I'm looking at his daughters. And I'm just sitting across the table. I couldn't even think straight because I was looking at them saying to myself, how in the world are these kids coping? Because I know he's done stuff to these girls. And they still talked about him like he was Christ himself. And that shit was baffling to me. You hear me?
Yeah.
How could you be upholding a man that has been touching you?
Mm-mm.
Damn. That's deep, man.
Denial.
But how can you be in denial about somebody that's touched you? Please explain that to me.
No, it's not.
No, because they block it out somehow.
Your own father.
I don't know. I don't know. I know.
They've probably been threatened, and they have
Maybe.
probably are scared to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in the foster home, when something like that is done to you, you know, you're screaming for help and whatever else, and then the foster mom looks at you and says, I was 12 years old and I had a catheter and I had braces on because of me having the dwarfism, and her, at the time, it was her boyfriend. And when I was screaming for help, if my brother wouldn't have walked through the door, I swear to you, it was a miracle he came in from bowling that night, and he went in there and beat the guy up. He tried to file charges against him, but instead I won the case.
Mm-hmm.
but the mother also got in trouble because of the simple fact that I was her the foster child. She should have been taking care of me. And she tried to say, well, you were 12 years old. You tried to antagonize. I was like, look, how could a 12-year-old with a catheter and braces antagonize a guy? Are you serious right now?
Well, they always need somebody to blame. And the thing that makes me sick is that I'm going to say this, and you all know how I am. I don't believe in aiding any pedophile, but what I always tell you is the truth in the story is that most pedophiles were abused children. So I would say 9 times out of 10, my uncle, his brothers, whomever, they probably were molested as boys. The girls were molested, the boys were molested, and I won't doubt if possibly their father touched them, because my understanding is that my mother's father was a very mean drunk, and her mother, they both were alcoholics, and they, from my understanding, used to fight a lot. So the kids were terrorized by this man that raised them. And then the man also made children with many, many, many other women.
Right, but
this cousin that I'm speaking of, her mother is a product of an outside relationship. The cousin's, the older cousin, who's the mother of this thing that sent me those pictures. So my grandfather, who I never met because he died before I was able to meet him, my understanding, he had a lot of kids, and they were not with his wife.
I wished I could have met the cop, the grandpa that kidnapped me. See, I wound up, when I told you that, I wound up with my family, the other part.
Yeah.
In the 70s and that, I had a crooked grandpa that kidnapped me because I went through the Ancestry.com to find my family, which I just turned 51. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So what happened was I went through the Ancestry, and I found out when my mom went into surgery, which I didn't get to meet her. She passed away. And I did find out I have a sister and I had an older brother, but he passed away. And the sad part is that my grandpa kidnapped me and my dad when she went into surgery. So what happened is they he was a cop, and when she went into surgery, my oldest sister went to the grandparents and they put me in a foster home. And they put me in a foster home, and they left me down in the basement. They beat me. So when the orphanage lost their funds, they found a child down in the basement, beat and neglected and starved to death. And then I wound up in another foster home beaten. But the good thing about it is I became an emancipated adult, and I'm standing strong today, and I get to.
Amen.
So
that's good. There could be some good from the tragedies.
Yes.
In life.
Yes.
You don't have to be a product of
the whole thing out of it. So I am proud of myself. That's why I ain't been on social media and seen nobody.
I do believe the devil infiltrated me today because he sees that I have decided not to let anything bother me and keep me down. You know, I was stressed weeks ago dealing with certain things with my, accounts and stuff, and that was a fluke. And then the devil said, well, she's glazed over that. Let's see what else we can do. So you understand what I'm saying? He does that. He uses people to infiltrate to your circle.
And I've listened to you for the last 2 years, and you're a very strong woman, and you speak it well, and you don't cut no corners on anything at all.
No.
That's why I wanted to jump in here and let you know you're dealing with a lot. And don't take no shit from no one. Sorry.
I'm not going to because I feel like I've had a very hard life, and there is no way I'm going to just keep continuing to put up with bullshit because I'm breathing. I don't have to. That is the very reason God let me live this long and to become an adult. You put up with bullshit as a child because you don't have any other options. But once you become an adult, I don't have to kiss your ass.
No.
Because you are a child. A kid on my block, a kid in my building, my mama, my daddy, my mama's sister, kid, child. That shit don't mean nothing to me because that's the reason I'm sitting up here now doing a live stream about my dirty ass second cousin.
And you're a very strong, independent woman.
And I thank you. And I thank you all for hitting. I thank you for coming up here and sharing. sharing your stories. I thank you for listening to the content. But see, that's the thing people don't understand. Everybody has a story to tell.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you everything just because I'm talking about some crazy ass people out of Rogersville or Idaho or Savannah, Georgia. But you should know everybody's been through something.
Yes, we all have.
And that's why I'm the right fighter for the kids. That's why I don't put no bullshit up here when it comes to those kids. I ain't getting ready to sugarcoat nothing about no kid. I ain't getting ready to enable nobody about no baby. Not now, not never.
Yes.
Amen
to that.
That's why I go hard in my stories, because I was once a kid.
Yeah, I was getting ready to
Me
get a
too.
hold of you about 8 months ago. My daughter went missing, and we had to put her on the missing report, and we finally found her. Things went a little crazy, but we wound up.
How old was she?
She's 30. Well, she just turned 31. She just had a birthday in September.
Where was she?
She was out in Dayton, Ohio. She kind of fell off the wagon, if you
Oh,
get
I
it.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, by the grace of God, she's okay, because terrible things are happening to people, whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
She kind of fell off the wagon. She had a stroke, face drawed up. So things just kind of went off the deep end. And so, yeah, and I'm divorced now. So, yeah, a lot of things have happened since you talked to me last. Yeah.
Well, you're in a better place. Do you feel like you're in a better place?
Well, once I leave on Monday after my doctor's appointment, I'm going out to see my sister Nat, and I'm going to move in with her.
Well, where does she live?
She lives in Georgia.
Woo, you get ready to come down to the dirty South. Oh, sucky now.
Well, I found out I have Yankee in me, and I have.
Honey, that Yankee gonna be gone. You're gonna be talking just like Queen. You're gonna be talking about Wenda, Harla, everything. Let me tell you something. You're a pilgrim once you've lived somewhere 10 years. You know that, right?
Right. Well, the thing of it is, I was born in Winter Park, Florida, but they thought that I was in New Zealand, because when my mom died, they put on her death certificate that Michelle was in New Zealand, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, and then my sister said, no, this is what happened to you. You were kidnapped, you were stuck here, you was put there. And I was like, okay, where is this man? So I can, what is this? And they're like, oh my God, the midget's done gone crazy. I'm only 4 foot, but I told you how small I was. I'm just a little old thing.
That's
and
okay. Well, honey, listen, you're gonna do good. You're gonna come down here and fit right on in. And deals are probably a little bit cheaper.
By Tennessee to see you.
Yeah, you sure might, honey. And you come on down here and you can get your nice old ripe tan, and you're gonna be good to go.
Okay.
You're gonna be good to go. Next time we see you, say, she was a white woman sitting up there. She looked black now. She have been down in the Georgia so damn long her ass and got dog. Shut up, Queen.
And it should be
you're gonna be a little bit of dark person.
Well, at one time I was like, yeah. I have lost my tan completely.
So next time, if you commit a crime, they'll just say, well, I thought it was a white girl. I thought it was a white girl that did, but I guess she's black. I don't know. Or she's Native American or something, Native Indian. I don't know. Lord have mercy. Let me stop. Ooh, Jesus.
Oh, gosh. This
has been an interesting conversation, has it not?
Yes, and I'm glad that I was able to catch you on the live, because, like I said, I've been so busy and you've been busy, and
trying to get all this information out about that Idaho 4. That case is draining me down.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God.
Quentin Simon was resting on me bad, and I'm doing the same prayer I did for Quentin, and God came on through and put an end to that. So now I'm praying for a resolution with the Idaho 4, because I told you I was going to go back to doing my hypothetical stuff. So like what I'm doing right now, I want to talk about real life situations. I don't want to talk about true crime.
Yeah, I know.
It's too draining.
The world
it's monotony all day.
Yep.
Overwhelming. And then I just found out about the KO1 plan or something is getting ready to cancel or something.
Who?
the KO1 plan. You know where everyone puts in their check into it because my mother-in-law found out about it. She said that they're getting ready to cancel out the 401k. Okay,
okay, so she said, yeah.
yes,
Maybe
ma'am.
we're
Check
broke.
into that. Yes.
The one subject I've been wanting to do, and I was going to do it tonight until this mess happened. I was going to ask you all this.
Uh-oh. Well, I didn't do
Here
it.
we go. Have we become lazy since COVID-19 as far as the workforce?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd give it if I get 3 doctors to write me back to work. This girl would have done been working.
Because you know, everywhere I go, or maybe where you live too, there's always a hiring sign. Every time you go somewhere, the excuse is, sorry, we're running behind. Sorry, we don't have this because we don't have anybody to stock the shelves. Nobody to work the register. Nobody to do this. So what you have to ask yourself is the ultimate question. Due to the fact that bills are going up, rent is going up, if there's nobody working in the stores, such as retail, restaurants, you're behind, then where is everybody living?
I don't.
Think about that. Nobody's working the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, all these stores I keep going in have nobody. The shelves are bare, nobody to stock the shelves. So where do people live if they don't work? Where are they staying?
I don't know.
Mama's basement.
Oh my.
Well, my sister opened up her home for me. I'm gonna go there and stay. And
well, I pray that everything works out. Do y'all get along well?
Yes, we do. We've been. I met her in August, and like
wait, Stolen. This a new stuff.
Yeah, I've done met her.
You said what'd you say?
I've already done met her.
Wait a minute. You moving in with somebody you don't even know, Michelle?
Yeah, I've already done met her and everything.
You know where Queen going?
Yes, I know. I've already done talked to her. I've done met her, and she's done opened her home and everything. Girl, she talks to me every day. We talk nonstop.
Okay, but me talking to you every day and us being in the house together is really not the same.
Well, eventually, I'm getting my own place. Calm down, whoa.
I ain't got you know me, but you know Queen.
I know Queen
because I don't want to find out some little person is either went to jail or missing.
No, Tiny ain't no. No. See, I got frying pans, I got knives, and Shorty knows how to take care of it.
Well, you can't reach no knife if you sleep.
Oh, well, I sleep with.
Not that we're trying to go down that ball game, but I'm just talking about basic not getting along with people.
Right. No, we're good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm very leery about that rooming situation.
Right, and I got backups if anything happens. I can always come back to Ohio. And I'll just find
I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't go back to Ohio. I'd stay my happy ass right down there in Georgia. Shit don't work out with your sister. You already have a plan in motion when you get there. That's what gets people caught up. It's not having a plan B when they go stay somewhere with somebody else. Always have a plan B before your foot touches soil.
Oh, yeah. I've got 3 plans.
And one thing I can say about the dirty South, especially if you're going to rural America, there will be some help. There's always help because that's what we do here in the South. We're very helpful in getting people help with anything, food, clothes, shelter. So I don't know what part of Georgia you're going to.
Do you know where Summerville, Georgia is?
No, I don't. I don't know what that is.
Well, if you get a chance, look on your little map when you get a chance. I know you're busy and I know you got a lot going on in your life.
Well, let me see. Let me Google now while I'm on.
Look at you. She's like, I'm a Google now.
Well, I'm just going so you know what major cities you're near.
Yeah, it's I'm 2 hours away from Atlanta.
Oh, so south or west or east?
I have to look on my address thingy. I know that I'm 2 hours away from Atlanta. I know that much. And the nearest Walmart is Trenton or Trenton.
All right, here we go. Yeah. County seat of Chattanooga. Oh, you up pretty near the Queen, baby.
See? I told you I wasn't that far from you.
Well, maybe you're not. Wait a minute. It said Chattooga. I thought this was going to say Chattanooga. So let me say that again. Summerville is a city in the county seat of Chattooga County, Georgia, United States. The population is 4,534. That was 2010, so it's probably more people than that now. Let's see. What are you close to? Oh, Rome, Georgia, Fort Payne, Alabama, and Calhoun.
Once I cross the state
So that's
line,
east.
her house is
I
her
mean,
place is
kind
like
of
2 miles from the state
east.
line.
Rome, Georgia. So you're right near Rome. Rome's at the top of Georgia. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
Somerville, Atlanta,
right after
Georgia.
I get into the town, you go down 2 roads and then
1 hour and 35 minutes if you drive nonstop. Following I-75 South route. Okay. Somerville. Is this a good place to live? This town just outside of Charleston is ideal for settling down. Ask the people living in Somerville. It provides access to incredible beaches, a growing economy, a low country charm. All of these qualities make Somerville appealing to the new families. Let me look at the map. I want to see what the hell this is. It's gonna show me Georgia. Google Maps. Yeah, Google Maps.
Well, she's on.
Yeah, you should always want to know where you're going, honey.
Well, yeah, I've done been there.
And you need an escape route.
She's done sent. I've done been out there. She sends me pictures all the time.
Oh yeah. You got McDonald's, Paradise Garden Foundation, Walmart Super Center, Church of God near you. Look out. Let's see. Look out on Taylor Ridge.
Mhm.
Sloppy Floyd Lake Road. What the hell that is? Chattooga High School, the Crushed Tomato. Let's see. I'm trying to see where you are down in Georgia. This map is not pulling up. Let me see what this little dusty town look like. I see one stoplight, Washington Street. Oh, it's got an old downtown feel. Big wide streets. That's good. Can't nobody hit you and say they didn't see you crossing the street.
Well, I got a scooter too.
Oh yeah, they got wide streets down here.
So I won't have to worry about getting run over.
Real old buildings down here too. On Washington Street. This is downtown, looks like. Well, we'll see what happens. Now, when are you going here? Oh, Angie says it's near Chattanooga. Is it? Because I didn't see. That's why I was trying to figure, was it near Chattanooga? It's not pulling up this map I'm on. Let me see.
Because she right after I crossed into
how far is Somerville from Chattanooga?
I'm not for sure. She told me. I'm still learning that town.
Chattanooga to Somerville, Georgia.
She took me here. She took me there, and
56 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I see where you're at now. So I like the map where I can see the states. So Chattanooga's sitting right on the border, Georgia. You're more west. Okay, so I see where Somerville is because you're near Alabama too. So you're just
I'm 2 hours away from Alabama.
Okay, so you're right underneath Chattanooga. So you can just slide on up to Chattanooga, go to the little outlet mall in Dalton. Wow. Now you said you're going when now?
I'm leaving Monday.
What? Shut your mouth, girl.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to have been gone on the 5th, but because of arrangements and I had to go to divorce court on the 30th and I had to wait for my ID and my...
Deborah says, I wonder too how people pay their bills if they don't work. Well, I guess they shake a tail feather. Ask Billy Joe Howard how the fuck she been living without a damn job.
I get Social Security retirement. If I could go back to nursing, I would be on it.
That's so nasty.
But I was in an accident. I had a patient fall on top of me, and I had a spinal leak, and I was in surgery for 13 hours.
Okay. There's a railroad that runs through here too.
Yeah, I did nursing for 33 years.
Okay, well, you're gonna be all right, honey. Just go down there, keep your head and nose clean, and you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. And I won't have to crack no one. If you hear someone with a frying pan, it's Shorty.
Oh my God, I can't. Girl, you sick.
Just find me on Facebook.
Yeah, 9/11 says, be careful, sweetie. Yeah, always be careful. When you go somewhere new, because you're learning new things, new people. You know, my thing is anything.
Thank you.
It's not that I want to wish you anything negative, but I know people. You just have to be careful when you go to new places. You gotta remember, you are fresh meat.
Oh, girl.
So are you going to try to date when you get down there?
Nope.
What?
No,
don't tell me y'all gonna be two sisters with a bunch of fucking cats running around your house.
No. She's got a boyfriend.
Wait a minute. Oh, Lord. Now, you know I'm going to talk junk now. Tell her, Kate. Kate, she ought to know me by now.
Out of it. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, okay. Kate said she gonna stay back in the corner. Well, I'm gonna pull you out here in a minute. Wait a minute, where the man live? Huh? Don't act like my dumb cousin, huh?
They've been together for 16 years.
They live together?
Wow.
Yes, they live together.
I guess I'm gonna cut this live short now.
And they go out on date nights. They go to movies. They go out to the restaurant, and they still have date
I
nights.
guess I'm gonna cut this live short now. 2 hours in, that's the mark. 2 hours, that's the devil. He right there. Cut it short, Queen. So he lived there with her.
Yes, they've been together 16 years. And I'm
gonna shut up.
Whoa.
Shorty.
Violins are coming out.
Shorty.
Yes, ma'am.
Why you wait to the end of this story to tell us a man lives there?
Boy, it ain't my man. It's her man.
Okay.
And trust you me, I'm not interested.
Honey, I ain't said nothing about you being interested in that man. All I'm saying, that's a whole nother factor in the room.
Well, honestly, I'm not.
Now you gotta walk around with a heavy ass robe on. You can't walk around in no coochie shorts or nothing. You can't walk around in no coochie shorts.
Oh, girl.
Ooh, Satan's a liar.
Oh,
You better hope he ain't like my nasty ass cousin, or somebody it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Oh, it wasn't definitely here, Shorty with a frying pan. Ding.
I hate to come back 6 months from now and Shorty come up on this panel telling me that some shit jumped off down there in that damn place.
Mm-hmm.
But all three. Oh, Jesus, well.
Just follow me on Facebook.
Well, don't tell your name up here. You can't tell me. You have to find another way to tell me. Don't say it up here.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, let's see.
I don't know how you're going to do it. You have to tell it to me on IG.
You got an email?
I'll tell it on IG.
Okay.
Big Sexy 71.
Okay. Well, then I'll just send it to you that way, young lady.
Yeah, I want to see you. I'm going to have a fan day anyway to where I go somewhere in the United States and meet one of y'all. And we meet up.
You know what?
I believe you're going to be that one story that I'm going to decide to do, a real life story of a fan. I want to know how this turned out. You down there with this
you know how people talk over CBs and stuff, and they use.
Oh, I used to do that when I moved to Tennessee. My grandfather had one, and he sit there. His name was Dog Man because he had hounds and Dobermans, and he on there.
Mine was Baby Smurf.
Really? He sure did.
Man.
This Dog Man, AB 1, 2, 3. I used to love listening to him get on that CB. Girl, you take me back now to the 80s.
Yes, yep. And what we would do is we'd go to one of the Frishes. We would all meet, and it'd be like 3 times a month. It would be every 3 Saturdays, and all of us would get together. We'd have coffee. We'd just go up there and we'd bullshit.
Okay.
And it would be like one of the Frishes, but most of them are all closing now. So,
hey, I got a joke for you.
Uh-oh.
Candy cane. You get it?
Yes, candy cane.
Anybody know where I can find candy cane?
Lord have mercy. All right.
I love it. I watched that the other night. I might watch that again tonight. Oh, I love that movie. Anybody know where I can find candy cane? What about you, mama's boy? It was just a joke.
Oh my God.
But
God rest
like I said, if you put your information in the thing, I will send you my
well, just message me on IG.
Okay.
And then just tell me who you are when you message me who you are to do some live stream.
A cereal bottle, and Mom gave her a milk bottle.
So what, honey?
Oh, I was letting them know about the baby.
Who was that hollering in the background?
A 1-year-old.
Who baby is that?
Baby.
My grandbaby.
Oh, I agree. Why you ain't telling me you got no 1-year-old?
No, 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 no. All my
Ooh.
children are grown. This is a
Ooh,
grandbaby.
look, I sure know I was gonna get me some liquor tonight after I come out this live stream. I'm gonna need it after listening to all this devilment.
Well,
Crazy
I
relatives.
pray that you have a wonderful night and it does not
Oh.
get any crazier than
Let
what it
me tell
already
you
is.
something. See, this is the joy of social media.
No,
You can shut it down at any time. That's what these crazy ass people don't get. I don't have to ever respond to anything.
Right.
Everything's a choice.
but we do want to follow up.
Yes.
Well,
We want to follow up, Queen. We want to know the details.
Well,
Yes. We'd
yes.
like to know the details of how it all turned out.
Yes. Because we be nosy like that.
Listen to her. She's like,
You all are crazy.
Just a little.
You all are.
It's getting that midnight hour.
Well, I'm looking to see if you know who.
Who?
He's not responded yet, and he hasn't looked at the messages, but he may have looked at it because she looked at it, and her little face didn't pop up by the messages. When I first asked her, when I first asked my cousin, did she get the message? And she said, "Oh yeah." But you know what bothers me about that? You see that I messaged you on one site to say, "Hey, how you doing? Call me ASAP." Then I went and messaged you again another way. Why didn't you respond? Why did I have to call you? See where I'm going with that?
Right.
Mhm.
And then you say, "Oh yeah." When I say, "Hey, how you doing? Did you get my message? Oh, about what you sent me?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Oh yeah, I got it." Okay, my thing is, when you first got it, why didn't you say, "Her, let me go ahead and call her and see what this mess is about"? If you already knew
Exactly.
it was about, you should have broke your neck and calling me back.
True.
Because she wanted to ignore it.
Yes.
Andrea said, "Queen, you can shadow yourself, I believe." What are you talking about? So people can't see. Okay. 911 says the details have been disclosed. Sadly, mom is the keeper. 911, you're creeping me out with that keeper word.
Keeper.
Yeah, that just sounds creepy as hell. Dad says just call it
The keeper.
Oh, God, you are killing me. Yeah, that keeper, it creeps me out because that sounds creepy, don't it? She's the keeper.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, the gatekeeper. She's the gatekeeper. She knows what's going on because the fact that when I called and she answered and I asked her, "Did you get the message?" And then she started talking about how she saw our message and she just called it and then said, "Oh yeah, I got the information." That means you saw what I sent you, the pics. Why didn't you go ahead and call me as soon as you saw them?
That's right.
As soon as you saw them, you should have said, when you seen them, you should have said, "Let me call her and get this mess over with."
Right.
See, that right there ain't right.
True.
But they know I meant business, and she now knows I've removed myself because once she got jiggy, she started elevating her voice in that second conversation.
Yes.
And when she used the word digging, that got me, man. It took everything out of me not to call her some names that would have made Jesus jump up. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because that sounds ridiculous to say that to a person. You're digging for stuff?
I know.
Like I'm calling you, stalking you.
What do you want from the gatekeeper?
I mean, listen at that. What are you digging for? What are you digging for? You sound like some shit off of Bold and the Beautiful. What are you digging for? The fuck you mean? Your son just sent me a picture of his penis and he's my fucking second cousin. Excuse me?
I would have told her I'm gonna be digging your grave here in a minute.
Exactly, 911. Like you're prying. That's crazy as hell. That's what I knew then. She knew more. You're digging. Hell yeah, I'm digging, bitch. You damn right I'm digging.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, it took everything for me not to cuss her ass out, man.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I did really good because I said, you know what? I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to say nothing. I just said, well, I'm out of here because I see that this is a game, some type of game, and I ain't participating.
Yeah.
Because I had to watch what I was going to say. So that's the only thing that was something that was coming off my tongue. I said, 'cause I kept repeating it, and I knew then I was about to get real nasty. I said, well, I see this is a game. I got to go. I said, bless you. Bless you. God got it. She kept talking.
Yeah.
And I kept loud talking right back. I said, God got it. God got it. Click. I was done. Because I could have said some nasty things like, motherfucker, I knew your son was sick years ago when I was talking to him, when he said we're talking about how to screw a woman and what he like and don't like. Who the hell talks like that to their own damn cousin? Talk like that to a grown woman?
Yeah, somebody that's not right, honey. Someone that's not right.
Exactly. Yeah. As somebody said, he didn't wake up at 30-something years old sending his own relatives pictures of his penis.
Yeah, that's shameful, really. But we are living in crazy days.
Yeah. And guess what? It's only going to be a matter of time. You're going to hear some whacked up story about him. He'll be a YouTube video, and I'll have to pretend I don't know who he is so people won't be trying to find out who the hell I am. Be like, what the fuck? What? You understand what I'm saying? Because he's a walking time bomb.
Oh. Well, let's pray not that it doesn't come to that.
You don't wake up doing that. That's the truth. You do not wake up sending your own family pictures of your penis. Come on now.
That's true. That's true.
That's some diabolical shit. And she's steady saying, I know he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. He's been hacked. His account's been hacked, and this has happened several times. And they've been sending other people nasty messages and pictures too. And I know he didn't do it. Okay. You know what I should have said? Where does your son live? And then she would have said, what's that supposed to mean? And I would have said, well, where does your son stay? Because I want her to tell me he's up here living from pillar to post. Is he back at home living with you in your fine home down there? Yeah. Well, where does he stay?
Yep.
And what's the reason why you don't know if you're friends with him or not on a social media platform? And what really happened to him in your house with your boyfriend? Because I'm curious.
Yikes.
Now,
Queenie, don't go for the juggler.
Oh, yeah, I can.
I know you can.
Because I know there's always more to the story than the version that people give.
Yeah.
And this fact that he keeps moving around from people's house to house. Because I can count on my fingers how many places he done lived since living with her.
That's not good.
Yeah, he was in Memphis. He was at a relative's house in Chicago. Then I think he went to another relative's house in Chicago. Then he was, last time I talked to a relative, he was living with my uncle and his girlfriend. And they got mad because one night he wanted to come in late, which I thought that was kind of weird because he is grown. And I defended that situation, even when I hadn't even talked to him. But now, dick pics, I draw the line now.
Yeah, I would.
Listen to what somebody said in the chat. Her response is as if she's been here before. Wow, interesting.
Who's been here before? Say that again.
Somebody's saying her response is as if she's been here before, like she's been in this situation.
Oh, yes, I got it now because I don't have. I can't see chat.
Oh my God, 911, please. Let's not forget she's a leader of God's house. Okay.
Oh Lord, let's not go down that road.
Well, God ain't never.
I have to put the zipper on. I have to put the zipper on my lips.
God ain't never told you to be a fool in order to believe in Him and follow the word. That's where man gets the Bible misconstrued.
Yeah, that's right.
He tells you not to hate man, but he never tell you to go back in. See, this is where somebody would conflict this situation. Well, just forgive him if he did do it. Okay, let's say I did forgive him. That's me being God. God didn't tell me to go back and accept being friends with him or his mama.
That's right.
Because how are you going to be friends with people that uphold this type of savagery? You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Because you can't trust them.
That's right.
That's just like right now. You to meet him at a family reunion or whatever. You ain't wanting to get in a car with him alone. You ain't wanting to take his ass no damn why. You ain't wanting to be alone with him in a house. So that's the point. Where are you going to take it? Whether you forgive him or not. You ain't gonna want to
Right.
be in his peripheral alone because you know how he rocks. So now
Yep.
you're giving me the same vibes of what I went through with our uncle many moons
Yeah.
ago as a child. I ain't trying to go back down Sesame Street.
Right.
Damn, this is crazy, man. Andrea said she had no outrage or shock. Exactly, Andrea. She didn't.
That's true
And
too.
that's bothersome because somebody would say, well, why would she, Angela? She believes her child. So it's nothing for her to get outraged over. Oh, she talked to me like a straight up psychiatrist. Now just be calm. Don't be upset. It's nothing personal. I know my son. He did not send you those pictures. Everything's okay. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
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 No, you sent them to yourself, right?
No, somebody hacked his account.
Right. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
know
Yeah.
who did it.
Yeah.
Listen, I know who did it. I can't tell you who did it. I do know them. That's why they didn't send them to me or my daughter, because they know we would know who they are. That made no sense to me. How would you know who
Ring
they
around
are
the rosy.
before you even knew who allegedly he accused the person of doing it? You would only know if he told you who he thought did it. So you're based on whatever he told you.
That's right.
Because think about it. Who wakes up one day and says, oh my God, I know that somebody's hacked my son's account and I know who did it, but they ain't gave you no knowledge of the circumstances.
Right.
So you're going to piggyback over whatever they told you.
Yep.
He had to give you a name. You didn't
Yeah.
wake up and just said, oh my God, I had a bad dream. Somebody hacked my son's account, sending dirty pictures to different people. Oh my God, God revealed to me who it was.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on. Bullshit.
Nonsense. Yeah. Nonsense. That's what I call that stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's nonsense, bullshit, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
Ring around the rosy.
It is. This has been an interesting live.
Yeah.
Somebody said, how would she know what it looks like? Come on now. What looks like 911?
Why would she want to know?
Somebody said she's sick talking about her son in a third person type of situation. Yeah. I've been listening, girl. I'm sorry. Dealing with messy family members is so draining. Well, I don't usually have these type of family issues. The last time I had any type of crazy nonsense with relatives was let's see, crazy was last year. And then one crazy relative, maybe back in the summer, you know, she's playing mind games, calling you 1 minute, you're talking to her. Oh my God, it's a whole nother story. And the next thing you know, she starts calling me from a blocked number. Who does that?
Oh my God. I don't know.
70 plus years old, blocking their number. And I told myself, see, this is the bullshit I'm talking about. I give you my number, you give me your number. You wait 2 weeks until conversating, and all of a sudden you want to start blocking your number and expecting me to answer. Why would I answer from a blocked number?
Right. I wouldn't either.
And then once you see I would not answer, then all of a sudden, voila, number unblocked. See, those type of games right there. I don't have time for that shit.
That sounds like me. Yep.
I mean, you're 2 minutes from a wheelchair or death, and these are the games you want to play. I mean, think about this for a minute. You're either nursing home bound or cemetery bound, and this is what you would do in your time.
Have you been reading my mind lately, or what?
I'm just saying. Think about how stupid that is. You're 70 plus years old, and you're blocking people that you just gave your number to, and then you called them from another number and then play crazy and said, I don't know how my number would have got blocked like that. But you're the same one wanted me to block your fucking ex-daughter-in-law up in Indiana saying, I don't know how to use the phone. I don't know about this tech savvy. Well, how was your number getting blocked all of a sudden calling me? So the shit I deal with. So that's what I did. I blocked you totally in my mind and kept it moving.
Yeah, I kept it moving.
You all will not believe what I'm doing right now. Somebody just messaged me that I know of. I'm trying to listen. This is somebody I'm trying to see if they're going to be nice and send Queen a TV for Christmas. I got better things to be worried about. Trying to get a flat screen. I ain't worried about no damn no dick pic. Love No says she's a Cotland mammy. She'll do anything for son. Cotland mammies are dangerous. Leave them alone, Queen. Be careful. Well, we are states apart. We don't talk. This is my first time talking to her in probably 2 years or so we don't talk. Diane says nobody answers a block number. Those that answer get a pitch to buy aluminum siding when you rent a brick house. God, you are sick. Yeah, I'm trying to get a TV. I ain't got time to be worrying about nobody singing or ding ding to me.
The TV, that's funny.
Nasty son of
I don't own one.
You know, who said that? Who said
What?
they don't own a TV?
That's me. I don't own one.
Divine, what is you talking about?
I don't own a TV.
Well, you had to scream. We heard you. Why
Oh,
not?
sorry. I didn't realize my voice carried so loud.
Well,
Because I don't watch
I'm gonna mess with you in
TV.
the chat. Well, maybe your mammy black. That's why you hollered up here.
I often wonder about that myself.
Hey,
I really do.
Listen, I've seen some loud white women. Oh my God! I'm like, who in hell is her mammy? Who's your daddy?
Yeah, I'm right.
Roscoe Jenkins. Yeah, you black. Okay, I'm gonna behave.
Oh Lordy,
I'm not trying to get this 58 inch or something. I'm trying to get a big boy. I'm trying to be a fat cat. So next time y'all see me in front of the camera, they gonna say, "Damn, she been eating." The hell, they been feeding that big girl down there in East Tennessee.
That's funny.
I almost said a real nasty joke. I'm gonna be quiet. Dick pics. That's what she's been eating. Dick pics. Since they think it's so funny to send them to me. Nasty bitches. Excuse my language. So what have you been doing? Working with a computer? Sorry, y'all, about that joke. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Nope, I don't even have a computer right now.
So you just watch stuff off your phone?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Do you want
It's called being poor, dear.
Do you want a TV?
No, I don't.
So
I'm good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know the TVs are real cheap. I mean, you don't have to get no elaborate brand.
You could go to Wally World any day, every day.
I know you could go find your little nice 32-inch for under $100 if you wanted one.
No, I don't want a television set, honestly.
Love Note says, I don't own a TV either, Divine. So, Michelle, you got a TV?
Hey, I got a fan out there. That has
Michelle ought to have something. She got a damn frying pan.
Michelle, she's something else. She fell off.
She fell off.
Oh, she must have fell asleep.
She probably went to sleep.
Probably went to sleep.
Yes, she went to damn sleep. Where my big butt need to be.
Me too.
Me too.
But probably won't live.
Let's see if the stalkers get a hold of this live and be like, "You bitch! I can't believe that stuff you told in that live stream." Well, I could go deeper if I wanted to. Don't test me.
Oh.
Because I can always put your government name up there.
Good Lord.
So don't try. So listen, best thing to do, don't try me. Of course, I would never do that. But you know, I'm not like these other crazy bloggers and stuff. But stay in your lane.
Yeah, that's what I say. It takes me a lot to get upset, but boy, I tell you, when I get over that,
that's what I'm saying. Somebody was saying you can stream YouTube on your TV, way convenient. Yeah, it is nice to do that, Kate. When you can stream from your phone to your TV, it's glorious.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had a TV because I just got tired of the news, the different programming, and all that. I just got away from it, and I'm okay right now.
Well, my thing is, as you get older, you don't want to really be looking at this phone all the time because it's bad for your eyes and it's bad for your neck. But I tend to do that though more because I don't know, it's so easy to navigate it now, with the touch screen. But I know it's bad for my eyes. That's the one thing that it's not good for. Constantly looking down if you don't have that phone elevated on a stand, and hell, bad for your fingers too, typing, responding to stuff. So really, it ain't good to be looking at these cell phones all day.
Yeah, I know.
It's really, sometimes what I do when I'm tired, but I still just want noise in the background, which is something I've been doing the past couple of years, I will cast to the TV, YouTube, or whatever, and then I just lie in bed with my eyes closed and I just listen and then drift off to sleep. Now, I used to be one of the people that had to have the room dark, no sound, no noise. But now, I think from the thyroid issues I had, I just let the TV play because my mind is telling me, oh, you still can stay awake, just a little longer. And so I did that last night, playing content from YouTube to the TV. And really, I do like it listening to it on the TV. That way I give the phone a break. Because I think these phones are saying, all right, lady, you've been on this all day. Cut me off. Love Note says the news is the devil. I refuse to watch it. Well, you're watching this social media. How's it different, Love Notes? How's it different? Divine? I don't know.
I know, I'm still here.
Diane says, yes, you can get rain sounds and stuff with the black screen. Helps rest the mind. Well, maybe Divine will try that one day if she decides to get her little small TV just to have a noise maker.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah.
That might be.
Yeah, just get your little small one, or you can just buy you one used from the pawn shop.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, yeah, the pawn shop sells everything, honey. You decide
I'm new to Texas. I don't know my way around here yet.
Yeah, well, find you a nice pawn shop. I don't know if they've got Cash America out there or not, but find you a nice pawn shop. And they usually give you a warranty with those electronics. And just get your little cheap small TV just for the meanwhile, just to keep up with, at least storms and stuff, because you want to keep up with stuff like that. Because you live in Texas is flat in certain places, so you do want to keep up with that stuff. If there's flooding or anything like that, you always want to have at least a backup electronic. Miss Queen, can I get your Gmail? So I sent you a message. TY so much. Just find me on IG. I'm on IG.
What is IG?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah, Big 71 on IG. That's where I am. Sandy says I watch YouTube more on my TV than my phone. I love it because I can see it better on the bigger screen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As you get older, your eyes don't need to be looking at these small phones. That's why we're telling you to get your TV.
Right, to get a little TV.
Yeah, so you can cast everything that you're doing right now. You can cast it to the TV. You don't have to look at your damn phone.
Oh,
yeah, you can watch. You can watch it. Yeah, on your so Wi-Fi. You gotta have Wi-Fi.
But what about getting on the live? Like, say if I wanted to get on here.
Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing. Is what you're gonna do is you can look at the wording in the chat on the TV screen, but you have to turn that down. And then you can call me like you're doing now on your phone or off an iPad or computer.
Oh.
On the live stream. Yeah. Well, you might like to do that. You might want to invest in an iPad then instead of a TV. That's just they're inexpensive. I bought one last year for $100 plus tax.
Yeah, I had one, but I gave it to my granddaughter back in Idaho.
Well, now you ain't wanting to you ain't trying to keep up with nothing then, is you? Somebody said Texas had tornadoes today in the chat.
Yes, but that's away from me, about 2 hours from me. I live close to the Oklahoma border. Actually, I'm in that in the tornado belt. But
those are scary too. Flat, because it's real weird down here. Up and down, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold.
Yeah. I've never been in a tornado. I've been in earthquakes and things like that.
Yeah, but like last week we got nothing but rain every single damn day.
Yeah,
it rained every damn day. I was like, man, give it a break already. Yeah, I like having the TV bigger because I used to, watch TV and they would have the movies that have the fine print telling you a little bit about the story and not just be screaming. And I was like, man, this ain't working. The bigger the TV, you can see the writing better when they have. Little dialogue where they're narrating the story and stuff. Who else is pointing at this age?
Well, I get out my magnifier.
Well, I got damn bifocals, and I ain't about to add no damn magnifiers to the damn glasses.
I am not kidding you. I can't. It really frustrates me because I've always had such great eyes, but I don't know.
Glasses, But there's times when I lie in the bed, I don't want to have the glasses on, but I can watch the TV. See, this is the joy of a bigger screen.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear my glasses when I have the bigger TV screen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
That
Yeah.
picture's so big, it don't matter. Everybody look the same. White, black, green. I know what they're doing up there. You know I'm a fool, girl. Well, prayers to you, Sandy. She said they had storms in Oklahoma, tornadoes. See the subject matters we talk about on Everyday Shenanigans. Who needs true crime?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be the next subject. I got one crime vault to bring you before this year is out. That's going to be, I might do that one tomorrow. If they're not talk, I'm going to get at Idaho a break. I'm going to give them like a 2-day break. But I want to bring you a true crime story that's older from a crime vault. And this is going to be about the Amish.
About the Amish?
It's a story I want to bring to everybody. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that one tomorrow. Either be tomorrow or before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
In the year, I'm gonna get the Amish story out for the crime vault, and then I want to bring you this topic of have we become lazy with COVID after COVID? Because many people aren't working, many people have not returned to work, many people don't want to go back to work, and a lot of people have been making a lot of nasty comments on social media about people are lazy, they don't want to work.
Yes.
But the thing is, you know damn well that these people were working at one time.
Yeah.
Then people say, hey, I got this money. I've gotten comfortable. Fuck that job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worth more than what they're paying me. Is that what's going on? People feel undervalued. So that's why they don't want to go back to work that job. Maybe not to not work at all, but I don't want to go back to the job I had because that's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a difference. I mean, we know people have to work to live.
Absolutely.
But should people have to go back to something that they weren't making anything in the first place? They weren't treated well. I think that's what happened with many people. Once they saw they could get that money, the government gave, they thought, why would I want to go back?
Yeah.
Why would I want to go back to something that I didn't like in the first damn place? It ain't that I don't want to work. I just don't want to work that job.
Right. Well, there's a lot of people, especially young folks, that got onto YouTube and started different things.
Yeah.
And are doing that. They're not even working outside of the home now.
Yeah.
They're
and
working
in jobs where they were able to work from home and they got comfortable as well. So they like to have the freedom to be at the house, jump up, get a cup of coffee, put their snuggie on, and don't have to put on makeup and look, dignified to go into the job. I think a lot of people gotten comfortable for various reasons.
Yes.
So I'll probably try to do that live tomorrow during the day when everybody's up and focusing. Yeah, they had them, 3 shots of tequila. I'm a fool.
Oh, Lordy.
Thank you. You said, I would love to become a member, but unfortunately I'm on a fixed income and they're check to check and my car is having mechanical problems and can't afford to fix it. That's okay, Sandy. That's why I didn't want to do that, have channel members, because I don't really feel like I'm offering anything extra to people for them to have to pay $2.99 or $4.99. You understand what I mean? To be a member.
Yeah.
I feel like I bring you the content. You either receive it or you don't. You can either donate or you don't. I tried to do the channel thing and then I couldn't get to the next stage of it. And I said, well, that's just a sign you didn't need it. So it's a wrap. Somebody said, but our nation can't keep printing money and passing it out without it being earned. Okay. Well, I have to do a little research about the printing money because I had asked myself that once, like, well, we make the money, we can print it. What's the big deal? So obviously there's a protocol to printing the money. Oh my God. Laughing Stock said, I just drank a 5th of scotch. Well, Laughing Stock, I will be joining you shortly. As soon as I come off this live, I'm getting ready to take me a nice shower. I'm getting ready to turn on this YouTube and see what's the latest in the queue and updates to the Idaho. And then I'm going to turn off Idaho 4 business and make my way to some regular commentary. I'll probably go on Tubi and find me a very crazy movie to watch. But I just want you all to check out my movie of the week. Hold on 1 second. I can't remember my own stuff. This is bad. So bad. Hold on 1 second. See, I'm getting old. Can't keep up with stuff.
Yeah.
What color are your shoes? I don't know. I don't know what color my shoes are. You watched my live earlier where I had Dr. Phil commentary on here?
No, I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, that's a good live. You can turn that on, you get bored, put you to sleep, put you right to bed.
Yeah, I probably will because
I want you all to pray for a young Caucasian male. He's missing in France. He's an American. He's a student. His family hasn't found him. That was uploaded a day ago. I don't know if there's an update since that, but pray for him. They've got him on surveillance. So last seen. The Deadliest Lie. Now playing on Tubi. Very good movie. It is an all-star cast of African Americans, filmed, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's about a young lady who meets a woman who is kind of like I would say she's kind of like a groomer. She grooms her into coming out of her shell. But at what price will she have to pay for befriending this lady? It's a very good movie.
What's the name of it again?
The Deadliest Lie. You can pull it up on your phone on Tubi.
Yes.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
And please
maybe I'll watch that.
Yeah. So come to my community board for that movie updates. Also take my polls pertaining to the Idaho 4.
I do take your polls.
Do you? Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's run over those polls right quick before we get off. And you tell me how you voted, okay?
Okay.
Do you think genetic genealogy will help find the killer of the University of Idaho students? I've got 88% saying yes and 12% said no. How did you vote?
I voted no because we don't know if any of his family members contributed to that.
But you know the reason to do it is to see if some of his members have committed crimes.
Well, that's true. Well, they probably will check it out.
Yeah, that's the point of that. Okay, next question. Did one of the roommates give the killer the code to the front door keypad? 29% said yes, 15% said no, 57% said not sure. What are you?
I don't believe so, no, unless he came in with one of those.
It's either yes, no, or not sure.
No.
Okay, that's 15%. Let me see if I put anything else up here. Look at you trying to explain. That's why I give you a not sure option in case you're confused. All right, let's go here. Do you believe neighbors' alleged account of seeing front door left open in early AM at Moscow home? 26% yes, 33% no, 41% not sure. Where are you, Kate?
Not sure.
Okay, that's 41%. Do you believe the killer exited from home by way of the front door, leaving it open? 30% yes, 33% no. Very neck to neck. 36% not sure. What are you?
Front door.
You do believe he went out the front door?
Mm-hmm.
So hold on. So wait a minute. Do you believe the killer exited home by the front door? So I got 30% at yes. You're saying yes. 33% says no, and 36% says not sure. So it's like an even three right there. That's real interesting. But what's interesting, I said, do you believe the neighbor's alleged account of seeing it open? You told me no, right?
Right.
So you say he closed the door when he left out?
Possibly, yes.
So
I would think so, yeah. Just, I mean, what does it take to close the door?
So no says 33%. Do you believe the neighbor's account? So 33% of you don't think he left the door open. Interesting. Here's my next question. Did Moscow police make a mistake by saying killer may strike during the graduation ceremonies? 62% yes, 38% no. How do you weigh? Kate?
I said yes. No, I said yes. I said they shouldn't have said that.
Okay, so 62% said yes. Okay, here's my next one. Should Kaylee Goncalves have received the posthumous degree from University of Idaho? 96% said yes, 4% said no. Who's the 4% that said no? What do you say?
I know. I say yes, of course she should have.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a disgrace they didn't.
Yeah, that's the least they could have done. Because just you mentioning the kids, I mean, what's the point in that? That's what you're supposed to do. They're dead.
I know.
Let's see.
I can't even imagine. I mean, even if the parents didn't agree with it, I would have, as a school university, just out of pride and respect for the dad, I would have did it anyway.
Yeah. Y'all go to my page and take that poll. I think that's the most I've got so far, because then I'll be going a little far back in a couple of days of polls. But I thank you all for following the content. Let me see if I got anything else on here. Also, updates. The guy who bombed the Pan Am Flight 103 has been apprehended. He's a dark-skinned Muslim man.
Mm.
Once again, Deadliest Lie is my movie of the week on Tubi. So far, I've got 657,000 views. YouTube has sent me this message to let me know. Total views, 14.5 million watch time in minutes. Thank you all for that. Yes, God is good. Yes. And I've got almost 1,700 new subscribers in the past month.
Awesome.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, baby. And Miss Griner is free from Russia prison. One guy left behind, a white male, Mr. Whelan.
Yes.
They believe he's a spy. He says he's not. We will see what happens with that, if they will let him go. Yeah. And everybody knows that Billy Joe Howe was arrested for contempt of court. Just bringing you all the latest updates to the network. And let's see what else we got. Dr. Phil did a nice segment pertaining to the Idaho 4. I did have that on my video earlier today.
I'll have to watch that.
That was a 3-hour live. So please check that out when you get a time, some free time. And also check out Court TV. They just did a video yesterday, 27 minutes long, pertaining to the kids. And I brought you the latest updates in the queue pertaining to the kids. And right now, for those who are following the content, the police has gone to a gas station near the house and pulled up video footage of the white car. So I did play that in the end of that 3-hour video earlier. So the car has been seen near the house. There's also video footage of the car allegedly going by the gas station. They're trying to verify that as I speak. And also go to my library for a virtual tour of the house.
Yes.
So if you all are still up and bored, that content is in my library. And that tour is, man, it's, what's the word I'm looking
interesting.
For? Yeah, it's all creepy, everything, because you're knowing that somebody was in this house. You're trying to figure out the motive, the killer, target, not target. Which room did he go in first? Which way did he enter? So when I show you that tour, I give you 360 pan of every room.
Oh, I'll have to check that out too.
Yeah, I give you 360. I spin that camera around with my finger, and I take you in the bedrooms, the closet, everything. I take you back out. I take you up every stair. I show you every way in and out of every room. All the kitchens, everything. And
everything
you decide how you think he entered, which room he entered first. Did he come through the kitchen through the second floor landing? Something people also need to remember who don't know this. News Nation did a video and there was a screen on the ground.
I remember seeing that a long time ago.
Exactly. Okay. And do you know I haven't heard anybody talk about that, Kate?
Really? Why not?
I don't know, but everybody's talking about this, that, a glove, a car. Why didn't you all notice that fucking screen on the ground? Because why
about that little cinder block? The cinder block
is somebody else just mentioned that too, a flower pot or whatever. Okay, so here we have a ladder on the side that's not near that window, but it's a little ways over. Then you've got this alleged cylinder block under a window. Now you've got a screen lying out not too far from a window. Is it possible he took a screen off the window and crawled in, and the glass doors in the middle? The other window would be over the kitchen sink. So when you go and watch my virtual tour, you will see the glass door, the window that would have the screen off, and then the other window which would be to the left-hand side going in, that's over the sink.
Okay.
Exactly. Andrea makes a good point. So focused on rumors, shaking my damn head, missing actual clues. Exactly. Right there's a whole screen lying out, filmed by news crews and everybody's worrying about Peter, Paul, Dick, and
Let me ask you something real
Go
quick,
ahead.
Queen. What do
Go
you
ahead,
think
Kate.
about what do you think about the glove?
I don't know. I think if indeed that glove leads to something, this is some OJ shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is bad. Because this is what I said to myself when I played that content earlier. What if he came out the front door and was rushing, trying to pull off stuff that he can get rid of blood? Because we don't know what kind of house he's got to enter in or apartment. He's going in a house where somebody's still awake, going to see him. That garbage can is perfect. Lift it up, take off the glove, throw it in, but I dropped one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's near a garbage can.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You're welcome, everybody. No problem. Thank Miss Coffin Daffer. Somebody showed it to her, I think, and she had it on her Twitter account. Jennifer Coffin Daffer, ex-FBI agent. I follow her on Twitter because she's covering a case here in East Tennessee that I've talked about on my network about Frederick Black. That's how I came to follow her on Twitter. So I like to keep up with that case. So she now talks about this case and other cases. So she showed that earlier yesterday, the 360 from Orbit, the Orbit 360 of the house. And that's how I was able to put it up on my other screen to show you guys. But that's a scary thought because now we have to ask the question, is this a woman's glove, man's glove, child's glove? Is the glove knitted? Is the glove latex? Is it leather? Cotton? What is the glove made of?
Right. We can only guesstimate by looking at it.
Well, Diane, you know, people do have tinted windows on their car, especially young people. A lot of young people like tint. A lot of people like tint that live here in the South to keep out the sun. So remember, all walks of life has tint: white, black, short, fat, tall.
Yeah.
But what we have to wait to see, is this the same car zooming by the gas station? Because as the girl said who works at the store, it went by fast. So she couldn't make it out on the screen if that was indeed the four-door Elantra. So this is a crazy case. Let me ask you this. Who do you think did this, Kate? Because, you know, I can't give an opinion because I have no idea. I don't.
This is just my opinion. It's somebody that has been in that house, that knows the layout of that house, and knows these folks. I don't know if it's the women that he knows, all of them he knows, but he knows.
But let me tell you something that's really bizarre. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
And I think that there's either a money issue and drug issue.
Oh, Lord, Kate.
Yeah, could be drug. Listen, these
so far
kids
they
are college.
on that.
Pardon me?
So far they said they ain't got no leads on no drugs.
Well, we haven't heard anything. That doesn't mean that there isn't such a thing. We don't know. We don't know.
You did. If you watch my content, now there's a rumor about Ethan having words at the frat house that night.
Yes, I heard that.
Okay. So that's an option. Did he say something out of the way or somebody said something out of the way? Could that been a money issue? Maybe somebody borrowed something, loaned something. Somebody upset a sour joke. See, this is what I keep trying to tell people. Young people get upset very easily. They pop off. So who's to say this isn't about something that just somebody had some fucking words?
That's true.
Somebody said something out of the way to somebody. Somebody played a prank on somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody posted something nasty to social media. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because young people, they don't think the same way as when you get older. You know what I mean? They, like you say, they just pop off if something pisses them off, boom, you know.
But this is what I want to say before I forget. Kaylee moved out. Now Banfield is confirming that if we believe this is the truth, why would she be the target if she does not live in the house? Hello? What do you mean 9/11? How King was Ethan at frat house? I don't understand what you're saying. Kate? I think Kate fell off.
It's my darn phone. It's because I'm
Okay, that's
charging
okay.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
let's end this then. What do you have to say? Listen to these comments in the chat. Yes, Andrea, people have been killed for less. That's true. That's the whole point. People kill for
Yes.
various reasons. I don't have to agree with it. But she left. She moved out. So why would somebody be targeting her if we're to believe her father saying she had more substantial wounds?
Right. But guess what? Who knew that Ethan was going to be there? Did somebody know or not know?
See, that's my whole point, though. When people hang with each other, they're going to know or assume. Let's say assume, not know. I assume you're going back to her house. You two left together. So I'm assuming you're going over there because I know you spend the night over there often. See where I'm going? But
Yes.
Kaylee, she's been gone for a couple weeks. How do you know to go stalk the house to find her up there? And she was in her bedroom, which faces the street, the second level glass door. She was in Maddie's room, allegedly. The back room.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
That's true. That's just the luck of the draw, I think. You know, she was just.
But if I'm watching the house, I would have seen she hasn't been here. Think about it now. And you remember, she also bought another car 2 days before. So how do I know to stalk somebody who I ain't been seeing? How am I stalking you?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. The only way I know a stalker, I ain't been seeing the car. I ain't been seeing her. She went live that night at the Grubhub. Which she did have her phone out on that Grubhub video. Did she go live and the killer just assumed, okay, she's in town, she's back, she's going to be over at that house where she was living? Did she also post a new car to social media? So you have to ask those questions.
Gosh. Too many ways to think about it.
Telling everybody. With all the options, you don't even know where to begin because you don't know these kids.
That's really true.
You don't know what to get into. Right.
Yeah, right. We don't know their personalities, nothing.
Nothing. Who was the loudest, the smartest, the shyest, the one that was off, the one with a motor mouth, smart tongue, the one that incites trouble? Who's to say?
Yes, I know. Without knowing that, really, how can you?
That's what I'm saying. Adam Fling, hook up, bad date. The list is endless.
I know. Yeah, it is.
The two girls on the bottom, because they had brought some boy home that night that had a fascination with one of the girls or looked at them like, oh, they're the Brat Pack. They think they're hot shit. Waited till one of the girls fell asleep, went upstairs. Did they all talk before going to bed? I said that earlier in my live. Did Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee talk before going to bed? Have a last minute drink?
Yes. We don't know.
We don't know. Yes, Diane. One question leads to 50 more. That is the whole point of true crime. Easier to try to put together a scenario or narrative with one victim. What that one victim was into and doing, and problems and stalkers and order protection, so on and so forth. They had blood, but not four.
Yeah. And even with one person, sometimes it's very difficult. It can be a difficult case.
Especially if there's no surveillance and they didn't leave any clues.
That's true. Yeah.
And the fact that there's a house that sits right there at the drive, that's very troublesome to me. That even though it's late in the morning that you're creeping up here to kill these kids, the fact that you think nobody would see you still.
I know.
See me, I'm up, it's late. I look out my windows when I feel like it. So who's to say I don't go look out one of these windows right now and see something? The killer don't know I'm sitting there looking at them.
That's right. Yeah.
Lord.
I don't know. But suppose the killer was on drugs, Queen.
Could be.
You know what I mean? And he thinks he's bigger than life and he's godlike. You know, hey, nobody's going to touch me.
That was mentioned on Dr. Phil. It's called Machiavellian. The dark. What did I? Let me see what I wrote it down. Because that's a very intricate complex he mentioned that I would like to do a video on that by itself. Hold on one second. Let's see. Oh, what did I do with it? See, I take so many notes and I don't know which piece of paper where I had it.
That sounds like me. I write notes all over the place
I
too.
know, and I
And
don't got no order
that's me
where
right
I
there.
put it. In the front of the back.
Yeah,
Shoot.
it's called having a busy mind.
Ooh, it needs to shut down sometime, honey. Just shut all the way down, Lord.
I know.
Let's see. Loveless, same favorite. Let's see. Audio. This should be coming up here. One of these pieces of
Well,
paper.
do they discuss this on the Dr. Phil on that show? that I
Yes,
missed?
they do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna watch it then
Man.
today, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Maybe I'll catch that part.
Brock
I
weapon.
think
I got so many
it's a-
notes. Oh my god. And I can't find where I wrote that. Because I wrote it down. Dang, now I'm getting upset now.
now don't get upset.
I know, but I wanted to, since you mentioned that, it's called the dark something.
Nothing pops into my head.
It's a triangle. It's a triangle. It's Machiavellian at the top. It's like a Machiavellian complex. It's at the top. And then it goes down to the two corners. It's very interesting. Here it is. I found it. Dark triad gets a hide. Could be somebody that just wanted to hide to see if they could get away with it. Also, maybe took a trophy. I've also mentioned that. It's like a God complex.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Listening.
Let's see. What else did I write?
And it's called a dark triad?
It's at the top.
I don't think I've
dark
ever heard
triad. It's the Machiavellian is at the top. That perhaps this person had a dark, like godlike complex. Machiavellian. I am at the top. I am invincible. I can do this. I didn't need a reason. There was no target, perhaps. I want to see if I can get away with this. I've had this insatiable desire to kill.
Ugh.
So, see, they have to give you different narratives because we don't know what we're dealing with. So there is that person out there. They didn't need a reason. Nobody's done anything. Nobody said anything. It's not about who's pretty, who's popular. I did it because I could.
Yeah.
And that's the most dangerous person. Because either way, like the father was saying, Mr. Gonsalves said, one of the neighbors said, well, I would feel better knowing that the person was targeted. Then that way we know what we're looking for. In this case, the dark triad is worse because there was no motive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just conquering me.
Yeah.
I'm searching out, spreading my wings like a bat, and I'm doing me.
Right.
And that's scary. Yes.
Very
scary.
At
the same time. Yeah, that's scary because if you don't have a motive, there's no target, then you've got a walking time bomb either way. And that's worse because if we want to believe it's a target and he's got it out of his system, he killed who we want. Oh, I'm back to normal now. It's still bad either way because you still have the complexity to pop off again. Shit don't go your damn way. So either way, it's still, to me, neck to neck. God complex versus target.
Both bad.
You know what? Oh my God, late bedwetter, cruelty to animals and arson. Yes, that was also mentioned, the animals with the skinning of the dog. They tried to say, was that tied in? They also mentioned that. Used to say that was the first kill. I've been thinking about killing. Let me try the animal first. Then kids for second. That's a very good segment of Dr. Phil. Please go to my community page or watch my live from the beginning. I break up the video and break down the things that they're saying of interest, and I question everything that's being said in the audio. You don't have to listen to all of the live, but that's the beginning of the live.
Okay. I'll have to watch it. Because now I'm interested. No, I gotta see it.
You're the only creator that's fact. Zero tolerance for drama, which I love. Hope you stay, but understood if you don't. Wish people would stay on track. I appreciate all you do. Oh, thank you, Olander. Let me make this clear. No matter how much I fuss and rant, rave, I ain't going nowhere until there's no breath. I'm trying to take my channel in a different direction that I had planned to do last year. I do not want it to be true crime because this is not a true crime channel. I like to talk about various things. Today, I may wake up and talk about true crime. Tomorrow, I want to talk about what hell pisses you off on your job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want to talk about relationships, marriage, politics.
Yeah.
I want to be versatile. I don't want somebody to think this is a one-stop show because, frankly, I don't like the direction that true crime goes in with people coming in the chat and the lies they're spinning on social media and YouTube. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I'd rather talk about different things the way I was doing it before.
I mean, to me, you know, of course, I love children. So if there's any children missing or that sort of thing, we should always be on the lookout to help in these matters, you know. But as far as some of these murders and stuff, it just gets so monotonous.
Well,
and it gets so tired
because they're both neck to neck. Grown people, children. What is driving you to decide to kill your own kid versus you, like this situation? 4. And that's why I want you all to listen to that Dr. Phil segment because it was that psychologist girl. She puts it down good. You can't make yourself understand, one, what it takes to kill a human with a knife. One of the guys talks about that. Going room to room. Boom, boom, boom. He had to be exhausted. That was also mentioned.
Yes.
Yes, very true. Crime is not entertainment. Exactly.
No, it isn't.
Do you think it's a first-time killer would start out killing 4 people at once? I don't know, Selena. That's the whole thing. I don't know. That's why I won't give an opinion about the case because I don't know who the killer is. I don't know if he's middle-aged, young, altercation, fascination with the girls, fascination with a guy. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't even want to start to hypothesize because, one, I don't know the kids. They don't tell us anything about the kids for me to say, yeah, it could have been that one. Yeah, it could have been that one. They debunking the stalker. First it's target, not target. Then it's the house target. Then it's okay, we're quiet. Then the father saying her wounds were worse. But my thing is, he still stabbed them several times. Nobody just died from one stab wound.
That's true.
So I'm listening to what they're saying on the Dr. Phil show. That boy had to have been tired after he killed 4 people. He said, I'm telling you, he went home and he rested. So then you have to ask yourself, did he have a job? Did he go to work on that Sunday? Second shift, third shift? What does he do for a living? Who does he live with? Because remember Ted Bundy, what was said about him? He would be exhausted after hunting down women all day, possibly kill two a day, wait a while, rest, jump back up, kill another one, end of the week, end of the month.
Unreal.
You know damn well he was tired after killing 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I want you to go watch that virtual tour on my channel because you're going to get in that house and you're going to walk through just like the killer did. And you're going to decide, where did he go first? Up the stairs first to third, back down the second, caught Ethan off guard, ran into the girl's room, killed her. She dies on the wall. Those kids were possibly up and heard what the fuck went on that second floor, third floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why the two are not in the bed dead. Ethan and Xana. They probably heard him kill the kids up on the 3rd floor. It's possible he went to the 3rd first.
Yes.
Why is Ethan out of his room and she's on the wall in the room?
True.
Think about that.
Yep. Wow.
Yes, exactly.
So sad.
Adrenaline kept him up. That's what somebody said too. He got in the moment. He just got beside himself. Room to room, room to room. And it's even scary when you go on the 2nd floor and you see how one room is way ducked off by itself near the railing that goes down to the 1st floor. You're going to say to yourself, okay, did he go look in all these rooms? And let me tell you this, when you go on this virtual tour, when he was on the 2nd floor killing the kids, allegedly that they weren't at the room by the stairs going to the 3rd. I think they're trying to say the kids were on this other room in the corner. That means he would have had a bullseye view over the partition to see the stairs go down.
To the rooms downstairs.
Exactly. Because it's a load-bearing wall.
Well,
you can lean over that wall and see the stairs going down to the 1st floor and know there's stairs, there's an entry, and then there's a laundry room, bathroom, and 2 bedrooms.
That's creepy.
When you go on that tour, I break it all down from the moment you walk in the front door. I spent all the rooms around so you can see every room, even inside. That was a great tour they put up.
Wow. I'll have to look at it tonight
Yeah.
before I hit
So
the hay.
exactly, 911 says, yes, I found the rail to be telling it was open to hear. Bingo card. Thank you. Exactly. No way you can't hear noise on the second floor. So that boy that said that bullshit about, I couldn't hear anything unless the TV was loud on the second floor, it's bullshit. It's open. It's open. It's just like a regular house. You go in, stairs go up, it's all open.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a low-bearing wall that goes up to the second floor. So the killer could look over that wall and see there's stairs that go down and wonder, okay, where is this going? Oh, front door. Well, let me go see what's going on down here. He would have seen there's 2 other rooms down there.
Oh, yeah.
When you first come in, sweetheart, from the front door, the stairs sit to the left. You go up those stairs. So you got a view coming in the front door of the bedrooms. Go up the stairs to the left. That's that little small living room. Go around the wall to the right. You can look over that low-bearing wall to see the bottom stairs. So if you were on that second floor, you already know you can go down those stairs out the front door. So you've got to decide, did he ever go down those stairs to see about the girls on the bottom?
I'm trying to picture this in my head.
Well, go to my
Yeah, I got to go look at it to get a good feel of it.
And everybody in the viewing audience, 162 listening, please go to my channel to take the virtual tour so you can see the layout and decide for yourself how he entered and how he exited.
Mm-hmm.
And do you believe that the door was open at 8:30 a.m. by a neighbor? Because the what is his name? The captain, Lanier, says he has no knowledge of the door or the person bringing the information. Well, that's the purpose of taking the tour, so you can open your mind, because people explaining it to you is not good enough. I like to have the visual.
Yes. It helps.
I'm going to take you up there. That visual is wonderful. You get to go in. I spin that bad boy around all 360 from every room, top to bottom. You see every corner, every closet, everything.
Yeah.
I walk you back out the room. I give you a view from behind. And once we walk back out, I let you get a view back in.
Okay, I'll have to watch that.
You can decide for yourself how you think he came in, because it's scary as hell. Once you see the layout, once you see that the balcony wraps around the top 3rd floor, it's scary, because imagine now this is dark. We're going in the virtual tour during daylight.
Right.
It's dark.
Wow, that's even just, it makes my hair stand up.
It's very scary. And I'm telling you now, because of the layout of the house, for those who thought they knew everything, that it was a basement, there's no damn basement. You go straight in the front door to rooms, laundry room, bathroom, and go straight up some damn landing. No way you couldn't hear somebody arguing, fussing, cussing on that 2nd floor landing. No way. You could not hear. Even if you were lying down, dozing off, if somebody was fighting or fussing, you'd hear it.
You'd hear something.
Yeah, you'd hear something. And Ethan's a big guy, so he fell to the ground, possibly in a struggle. The only way you can hear that is if you were knocked out and you're a hard sleeper.
I was just going to say, if you're really hard, there are people that are really hard sleepers.
Go to my community page. When you go to Angela's channel, Everyday Shenanigans, it'll have videos, it'll have live community about, hit the community.
Okay.
No, not community. My regular videos in my library. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my regular library, not my community. I'm sorry. Go in my regular Everyday Shenanigans video, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's in there, right?
Yeah.
In your library.
It'll be just like this video when I get out of here. It's uploaded to the library. That video is in the library of the virtual tour.
Okay.
911 says the killer wasn't tiptoeing. I think it's right under your nose. The mother could even be involved, Queen. Oh my God. Oleander, please stop.
Oh.
Keep going back to my case. Dear God, please stop. Why do you say that? Yeah, because those steps are wooden. And he would probably have on heavy boots unless he wore tennis shoes. the killer.
Mhm.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Didn't think about that too. Exactly what kind of shoes he would be wearing if there's
Yeah.
wood floors in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if there wood floors, that's going to make noise
Yeah.
unless.
So I'm not
Yeah.
trying to say the girls hurt anything, but all I'm trying to do is let you know, because it's an open landing, if you were partial awake, you would still hear people talking, walking, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember, when you go up the stairs to the left, that's a living room. If a person was sitting there watching TV or playing music, that's going to flood down or up. So with an open floor plan, there's no way on the bottom floor you couldn't hear music playing because it's open.
Gotcha.
It's an open stair landing. And it has a very low bearing wall. It's not separated by a wall of sheetrock going from the railing all the way up to the ceiling. It doesn't cut off. You could actually, if you walked into their house right now, shut the door, you could take a tennis ball and throw it up to the second floor over the bearing wall.
Wow.
It's a low bearing wall. Yes, you'll see.
Okay. All right, girl. Well, I'm going to get off.
Thank you all so much for the love. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate your channel.
And thanks, Kate.
Yes. And you have a wonderful night, and we'll talk again.
Holidays, Kate. Yes, we will.
Yes. Thank you.
Join me tomorrow. Join me tomorrow. Okay?
I will, girl. I will. I'll be there.
Bye-bye.
Keep us posted. Bye-bye.
I will. All right, everybody. That's Kate. Thank you all so much for following the content. God bless all of you. Happy holidays. Sorry the live went long. This was a testimony of some drama that jumped off earlier pertaining to the Queen last night in her message box. And as I said, if I'm wrong about the information and the person that I believe to be the culprit of the nasty photographs, then that'd be between me and God. But I got a feeling, after talking to his mother, who is my first cousin, I do believe she has knowledge that her son is deviant. And I do believe with her getting a nasty attitude and defensive in the second conversation, she knows what's going on and she knows he's behind this. But it's in God's hand. I'm done with it. But I decided to share it with the viewing audience to tell you to be aware of people and that everybody is not meant to be friends, family, and some people are just deviants. And I do believe my second cousin, he has some issues. And I don't know what he's done in his past, but I believe he's the one that sent the naked picture to me. And I don't think somebody hacked his account, because right now when I go into my message system, the account is still accessible. So he did not delete it or deactivate it as he told his mother. So I'm waiting for a response on that account. If he indeed answers the account by phone and I hear his voice, then that means he lied to his mother and he did not deactivate it. And then I will let him know how I feel about it. And then I will block him and keep it moving. True story on Everyday Shenanigans. If you see something, say something. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Mind the children. Know that one phone call could save a life. Thank you all for following the content. Please check out the virtual tour. Check out Queen and Mount Magic Christmas. Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson. Queen has an opening spot in that movie as an extra. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All stickers and chats are welcome during my lives. Tomorrow we're going to take a dive into America after COVID. Have we become lazy and comfortable with not wanting to work? But in the end, you know you have to pay bills and you have to have income. So if people aren't working, how are they surviving? That's tomorrow's topic. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Kate. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you so much. Till the next time, I will do this again. Thank you all, new viewers and subscribers. Thank you all. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. Everybody needs a voice sometimes. So I don't mind being a voice for the voiceless. That's why I go hard for the kids. I don't take no junk about no kids. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Y'all be careful. This is Everyday Shenanigans.